Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to OTS Tonight. We have a very happy hour Monday Night Raw Post Show coming up. In the news this week, JD seemed to have ruffled the feathers of the AEW sickos. Trying to take food off the man's table, man. They're hurt by a simple wrestling opinion, man. Charmin Soft doesn't even begin to describe how retarded the AEW fan base is. Mercedes Moné supposedly takes JD from New York off of House of Glory commentary, yet everybody seems to know what exactly happened without actually asking JD from New York. The CEO used her power and money, supposedly, to push around a YouTube content creator. And all of the news has absolutely taken away from the Moné and Indy Hartwell match at House of Glory. Gee, man, who could have seen that one coming? Nobody's talking about the match. They're all talking about how JD was treated unfairly. Because get this, folks, all he does is talk about pro wrestling, and everybody seems to have their fucking dicks hurt over a simple man's opinion, man. JD's a racist. JD's misogynist. JD doesn't deserve the platform that he's on. JD doesn't get it. Consequences have actions. Why don't you just come out and tell JD that you're jealous of the position that he holds, the money that he makes, and you wish that you had it, but unfortunately you're all untalented and don't have the charisma to sit in this seat and do what he does. Otherwise, it would have already been done. In other news, Joey Janela's a bitch. He's currently unemployed, seeking desperate funds to pay for his rent and medical bills, while his infinitely more attractive and talented girlfriend is seemingly holding that household together. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a banger coming up. Yesterday don't mean shit.
Yes, They'll tell you all about guilt. Anytime you face the darkness, but darkness is a friend to you. Embrace it for the madness. Life has God, it was a conflict. Oppression in you, oppression in you. Allowing your mind is paranoia. Oppression in you, the oppressor's in you. What's over is over, and nothing between. Yesterday don't mean shit, because tomorrow's a day you have to face. No rewinding time. Yesterday don't mean shit. Yesterday don't mean shit. Yesterday don't mean jack shit. You protect you and I can't do myself. It can only be that way, yeah.
My goodness! Monday Night Raw, man. We have a nice, beautiful, early afternoon Monday Night Raw, man. 3 p.m. start time, over by 5:30. I'll tell you what, man, I could get used to this shit. I could get used to this. Monday night tonight from Brussels, Belgium. And WWE looks like a bunch of geniuses by having John Cena's return happen overseas, man. What a monstrous reaction to John Cena and his first appearance since the Elimination Chamber. A new heel John Cena that has broken up with the WWE Universe as if he was in some abusive relationship for 25 years. He finally says, I'm done. Finn Bálor and Dominik Mysterio, man, what's going on there? I don't know. Bron Breakker and Penta for the Intercontinental title is on the horizon. And Triple H is dipping into his bag of tricks with Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky. Contract signing tonight. Let me tell you something, man. We don't have Charmin Ultra Soft in the venue. That's only saved for Ricochet and the sickos. We're going to the venue. It's happy hour, man. Food is hot, drinks are cold on this Monday afternoon. And when I get there, I want to know, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Monday Night Raw Post Show for March 17th, 2025. I am your host, JD from New York. As always, coming to you live from the OTS venue inside my mother's basement. Thank you so very much for joining me on this Monday afternoon, wherever you may be. And oh my goodness, we got my guy best in the world, Matt. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God, man. Best in the world, Matt, with a $100 super chat. Lots of things happening around these parts here recently. But at the end of the day, we are the best of the best of the best. And fuck the rest. Keep hating bitches. OTS for life. OTS family. Thank you so very much. My guy, best in the world, Matt. Oh, my God. My guy's back. My guy's back from excursion. Sonny Singh with a $100 super chat. He says simply, I am back. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my goodness. Somebody notified Joey Janela, man. We just made more money in 30 seconds than he did in the last 6 fucking weeks, man. Holy shit. Thank you guys very much, man. It's great to be back here. It's great to be back live. And it's great to be in front of you after what was a complete bullshit weekend. And I appreciate the love and support, man. I have some good people in my corner. I got the best community in the entire IWC. Fuck everybody else. Everybody else is a fucking mentally challenged individual who don't understand that this is my platform and I can say and do whatever the fuck I want. And if the shows are bad, we're going to give a bad review. If the shows are good, we're going to give a good review. And that's all it's ever been. That's all it will ever be. And it's no more than that. If you can't handle the fucking criticism, I'm sorry, man. Grow the fuck up, get the fuck out, and go find something else to worry about. I'm not concerned about anybody who thinks my takes and my thoughts on wrestling opinions is anything more than just that. Everybody is as soft as a fucking roll of toilet paper, man. You're all fucking disgusting. The community is a fucking absolute toxic cesspool. And they did more harm than anything this weekend. I was an innocent bystander, man. I didn't do a fucking thing. I didn't say a fucking thing. Narratives being thrown around, bullshit being thrown around, misinformation and lies being thrown around, as if everybody was sitting next to me on Saturday night, man. It's as if everybody knows the fucking story. Nobody knows a fucking thing yet. Everybody acted like they knew exactly what had happened. If you didn't hear it from me, it didn't fucking happen. Everybody else wants to chime in. Everybody else wants to chime in on what's going on. Oh, JD doesn't deserve the platform that he's on. Oh, my God, all the shit that JD has ever said. Actions have consequences, JD. What actions? What actions am I being held accountable for? JD has bullied the women's division. JD has talked shit to Jade Cargill. JD has talked shit to Britt Baker. Oh my God, JD has said such nasty racist things to Mercedes Moné. I'd love for you to dig up these fucking statements. I'd love for you to dig up these tweets or clips. I'm sorry, folks. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. These clips don't exist. They don't exist. Everybody claims that I've said nasty things about Mercedes Moné, which led to my removal from her match on Saturday. I don't even know what the fuck happened. How the fuck do you know what happened? I'm sorry, folks. I mean, this is what pisses me off, and this is what frustrates me even more. You know, for the last 10 years, I've done nothing but fucking glaze that woman's wrestling gear. Seriously. With a nice thick coat of glaze. For 10 years, I backed that woman. For 10 years, I've said each and every fucking time that she's the best women's professional wrestler in the world. I've got more hate for that than I care to really admit to you guys. But I've said it. You know I've said it time and time and time again. How many times have I said that Sasha Banks and Bayley's the most influential wrestling match in women's wrestling history, yet nobody wants to dig up those things and say those positive things about it because it didn't fit a narrative this weekend? Everybody knows that. Never said a fucking negative thing about Mercedes Moné. But apparently I am not deserving to the sickos and to the Moné crew. I'm not deserving to call a Mercedes Moné match because I don't agree with the creative direction that Mercedes is currently undergoing on AEW Dynamite and AEW Collision. As if I'm the only one saying these despicable, horrible things about Mercedes Moné's creative direction on AEW television. I'm sorry, what is there to actually like? Pardon me, sickos, for wanting something a little bit more than a fucking match with Momo Watanabe at a fucking pay-per-view, man. Gee, I mean, you go around and ask anybody if they want better for any part of their fucking life, you probably get the answer yes. All I'm asking for is better creative direction. I don't really understand what the consequences are that I should really be facing as far as that terrible statement. I don't really know what exactly you want me to go out there and serve as far as a punishment. Everybody is a fucking retard, and I'm using that word because I use it when I'm very angry. Go cancel me, bitch. Could say whatever the fuck I want. The AEW fan base are nothing more than a bunch of fucking retards who can't think for themselves and can't understand that another man who's confident, another creator who's confident in his delivery and what he says, stands on his own and does what the fuck he wants and says what he wants. I'm sorry that you are not able and you are not capable of achieving the success that I had. You know how I got to where I got? Because I worked my fucking ass off on it. Relationships ruined. Relationships tarnished. Sleepless nights. I can't even begin to tell you what I've sacrificed to be a fucking creator in this space. Everybody thinks it's fucking easy. The amount of money I spent on production on this fucking show, I mean, it's more than Joey Janela's yearly fucking salary. So spare me the bullshit that JD doesn't deserve anything that he's got. Why? Because you want my spot on Commentary House of Glory? Why? Because you want my audience? Why? Because you want the fucking numbers that we pull in every single fucking night. That's why. I've never seen so many fucking people claim that I don't deserve what I have in my entire life. The only people that are claiming these things are the people that want what I have. It is unbelievable how many people feel like they have the power to ruin somebody else's reputation and someone else's livelihood. Nobody gave you that fucking power. Nobody. And you're certainly not taking it from me. You're not taking it from me. Go take it from somebody else. All these people want to do is tear someone else who's infinitely more successful down. Oh, JD, go get a real job. Oh, JD sucks. JD sucks on commentary. Bitch, if I sucked on commentary, I would have been off the fucking air in the first 6 months. Bitch, if I sucked at what I do, I would not be here in front of an audience of 3,000 people on a Monday afternoon, which is much larger on a Monday night at our normal time. I've already blown numbers away from last year, and we're not even through the month of March yet. So please explain to me how my downfall is coming, or I am not deserving of what I've achieved for myself. I work my fucking ass off. Work my ass off. JD doesn't belong in the wrestling business. Who the fuck are you to tell me where I belong and don't belong? I belong wherever my fucking work takes me, and my numbers and work prove it. One of the narratives that I've seen floating around out there is, oh, I don't blame AEW for pulling JD off of commentary. I wouldn't want him and his content calling their matches either. Motherfucker, I don't know where you were born and raised or when you found out I started doing commentary, but according to everybody, it's almost as if they realized I started doing commentary yesterday. I've been doing commentary for Hog for 7 fucking years. 7 years. I've called matches for Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay, Ricochet. I've called matches for the Bucks. I've called matches for Private Party. And I will continue to call matches for AEW talent that are there. Because you want to know why? Because I am the most professional I have ever been when I sit in that fucking chair. What happens here does not happen when I'm live on Triller TV. And it will never happen. And everybody knows that. Everybody wants to vilify me as something that I'm not. Bitch, stop talking shit online and come directly to me. You know where I am every fucking show and say it to my fucking face. I've never met one fucking hater in my entire fucking life since I've started. Never. Ever. Has anybody asked themselves a question? Seriously. Everybody thinks that what I am in real life. I mean, it is a YouTube review. It is a content channel. If I was like anybody else, you wouldn't be here. Do you want me to be boring? Do you want me to be unentertaining? Do you want me to not be myself? I don't know why everybody thinks that what you see here, you're going to get in person. I don't understand it. What you get here, you're going to get on commentary. Bitch, I've been doing it for 7 fucking years, and I am the best at what I do. Everything I apply myself to, I fucking kill it. If everybody thought I was the way that I was online, I wouldn't be where I am. I have done nothing. I have acted the most professional I've ever been. Ask yourself this question. Swerve Strickland came in as AEW champion 6 months ago to work a match. Did Swerve go to HOG management and ask me to fucking be off commentary for the negative things that I said about AEW? Because I've been pretty rough on what's going on for the last couple of years. Did he show up and say, I want this guy off commentary? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Neither did anybody else who walked through those doors asked for my removal off commentary. The show on Saturday consisted of half the fucking card being AEW talent. If it was really someone who wanted to push me around, I wouldn't have called any fucking matches for AEW talent. But the one match I didn't call was the one match that I was looking forward to most in all 7 years. So I'll give you a fucking hint as to what happened there. Give me a fucking break. I am where I am because I work my ass off. If what I did was so fucking easy, there'd be another fucking JD who takes my fucking spot. I'm sorry, bitch, I ain't going anywhere. We're only continue to grow. We're only going to continue to do this thing. And everybody else that has a fucking problem with it, you're going to see me every fucking where that you see wrestling content because I am legitimately the king of doing this shit every single fucking week. Every single week. And if you got a problem with it, I'm sorry. Go take it up with somebody else who wants to fucking sit in an echo chamber somewhere and complain that I don't like your show and I criticize your show. I'm sorry, not everything is fucking rainbows and sunshine. It's not. Oh, JD's got a bad delivery. It's all in the delivery. And then they want to fucking associate me with people who I work with. I'm sorry, that's the greatness. That's the beautiful thing about YouTube content creation. What I do is different from who I work with on Tuesday night. What I do is different than who I work with on Wednesday night. If we were all the same and we all projected the same fucking opinions, it would be boring. If you don't like what I have to say, then shut the fuck up and go watch somebody else. There's a sea of other untalented fucking people in the community that you could be bored with. You don't have to sit here. You don't. And all these people, man, all these people that think that they know me. JD's a racist. JD's a misogynist. JD's this. JD's that. JD lives in his mother's basement. JD has his one thing. He loves his car and that's all he has. JD fucks his cats. JD this. JD that. JD doesn't have a woman. JD's I mean, you people are fucking mental. You people are fucking mental. There's not one single person outside of a handful of people that know who I am associated with, where I live, what I do, and what I'm about. You don't know a fucking thing about what I do. You don't. The 2 cars that I have are worth more than fucking 2 years of Joey Janela working at fucking bingo halls. The house that I live in, Janela could only dream of living in. I worked my ass off for everything that I have. Everything. The people that have been over the house, I don't expect them to speak up for me, but they look at it and they fucking look at all this shit and say, these people are fucking mentally dumb. They're so fucking mentally slow. They don't get it. You don't understand at all. I'm a racist. I don't know where you get this. I don't know where you get this information from. I don't. I don't understand how these things are just spread and people believe it. I mean, I don't really understand it. JD's a misogynist. Are you fucking kidding me? Some of my biggest fans are females. If I was that, they would not be here. I don't really understand the fucking narratives that are being thrown out there. It's unbelievable to me how misinformation spreads and then one thing leads to another. One person says this, it leads to 1,000 other fucking accounts believing it's the same fucking thing. This weekend was a complete shit show. This weekend was a fucking shit show. You don't even realize what you did. I said nothing. I said nothing. And everybody ran with their own fucking stories. I said nothing about anybody. Nothing. Yet you all ran with a narrative and you all got me trending on social media. For what? For what? Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows exactly what went down. Nobody knows what was said. And you got me trending to a point where the match itself, nobody was talking about. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? That's all your fault. Nobody's talking about the match. More people talking about me than any part of the fucking match and why I didn't do commentary. Gee, man, thanks a lot. I didn't ask for that. Maybe next time you should appreciate the fucking fan base that I have and realize that I'm not as vile as everybody thinks I am. Because if I wasn't removed from commentary, nobody would be fucking talking about it. Nobody. You took this woman's first independent appearance in 12 fucking years away because you were all concerned about me and who you think I am and what I do and what I say and why I'm so evil and vile. Nobody is talking about the match, and it's all thanks to the fucking toxic IWC. I had nothing to do with it. Oh, but JD, you put out a picture of Charmin Soft. I could be talking about the AW fan base because I say it every fucking week. I even have a disclaimer up in the beginning of Wednesday streams saying the same fucking thing. But you all ran with it. Oh, look at this. We know exactly what happened. No, you don't. You don't. Unless you hear it from me, you don't know a fucking thing at all. You don't know a fucking thing. So who won? Nobody won. You all made a mockery of the entire fucking match. You all made a mockery of yourselves. You all embarrassed yourself. And I'm sitting here blocking all the fucking death threats and blocking all the fucking people who are using all these derogatory slurs and fucking digging up pictures of my grandpa and digging up pictures of Bacardi. I get it. I get it. My opinion holds a lot of weight because if it didn't, nobody would be acting the way that they do. Nobody. But gee, man, every fucking Wednesday, every fucking PLE, every AEW pay-per-view, we're drawing massive fucking numbers. Doing something right. I'm doing something right. And then you got the people who say, oh, JD brags about his numbers. That's all he has. Motherfucker, this is what I base my livelihood off of. You better fucking believe I'm very proud of the work that we've done. I didn't fucking throw money at Deviate to create this fucking graphic behind me to fucking sit here and just have a bullshit show, man. This is some serious business. This is a whole fucking brand. Something that half of these fucking people don't really understand. And then you got people like Ricochet out there who laughs at my misfortune for whatever reason. If you guys saw that. Ricochet laughing, ha, 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 because another fucking troll account wanted to blast that I wasn't on commentary, and he laughs at me being pulled for whatever reason, and then claims that I'm hate content and I don't offer fair and balanced criticism. Motherfucker, I've been doing this for as long as you've been in the WWE, and I supported every fucking thing that you did. Every single thing. And he goes to AEW, and within 6 months, he's just as bad as the online trolls that he interacts with. I don't really understand it. He claims that we don't hate our fan base, says AEW's Ricochet. Of course you do. If you didn't hate your fan base, you wouldn't have given us the slop that you gave us on Wednesday night, which was fucking deplorable. Putrid. If you didn't hate your fan base would still be around. If you didn't hate your fan base, then the empty gymnasiums that you're operating out of would be full-fledged arenas. You lost 60% of your audience. Where the fuck did they go? They went goodbye because you don't listen to your fucking audience. Now that audience is watching something else infinitely more entertaining and doesn't insult their intelligence. Instead, you've given up all of your credibility to glaze a multi-billionaire who wants nothing but to appease himself. Meanwhile, you're nothing more than a fucking puppet. Gee, man, I can't wait for you to win that international fatal four-way on Wednesday so that you could ultimately lose to Kenny Omega, proving once and again that you're a fucking loser. Ridiculous. Nobody wants to hear the harsh criticisms that come out of my mouth. Nobody. Nobody. And that's exactly what they are. Criticisms from a fucking person who loves professional wrestling. Loves it. Gee, man, I could have gave up on the Braves after they lost Ronald Acuna last year. Again. But you know what? I didn't. I called out their fucking terrible play up until the doubleheader that they had to play with the Mets, which they won, where they both got into the playoffs, and then they ultimately lost. I could have gave up on the fucking team, but you know what? I didn't. Because what type of fan would I be? Do you think my criticisms got to Brian Snicker and Braves management? Oh, man, that JD from New York, man, he sucks. We got to go on social media and make an example out of him. No, they don't. You wouldn't see that from any other fan base outside of professional wrestling because who was it that said it? CM Punk? Your favorite professional wrestler is the softest person that you know. Absolutely 100% a factual statement. I've never seen so many soft, just absolute pussy type of individuals who can't handle solid, caring, upfront, honest criticism of the product. And then the way that they act is projected onto their fan base, and then they all act the same way. Sky gave up 7 years in WWE where he acted like a fucking true professional to lower himself and ruin every ounce of credibility that he once had in 7 years. Now the only thing that we know of Ricochet is that he is not anywhere close to what he was. And the one thing that we all remember from his 7 years in WWE was the fact that he got put through a fucking windshield on a car by Bron Breakker. And that's it. I truly don't understand the anger and the hostility towards what I do. I can only sum it up to jealousy. I don't get it. I work with Jesse on Wednesdays. JD's a racist. I work with Jason on Tuesdays. Oh, I don't know why. Jason works with such a racist, misogynist asshole. Who the fuck are you to tell him who he can and cannot work with? You do know Jason has been over the house several times. He was over the house a couple of weeks ago for my 43rd birthday, making old fashions with me. Where do you think he filmed himself in the Dark Horse for the intro? Who are you to tell him who he can and cannot be friends with? All up and down his message boards. JD's a racist. JD's this. JD's that. I don't know why he works with him on Tuesday night. Because Jason wants to be there. If Jason didn't want to be there, he wouldn't be there. If Jason didn't want to work with commentary with me at House of Glory, he wouldn't be there. Yet you drag his name into what I do, and then you make me feel bad about everything that happens with what we do on Tuesday night. Meanwhile, look at the fucking numbers we're doing. I don't understand people and their just way of thinking. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Everything that you hear, everything that you see, everything that you read about me is completely misinformation and completely untrue. Everything. This weekend was a sheer eye-opening experience. I never, and I've been in some shit before for the things that I said, and I've held myself accountable for the things that I said, and I apologize to the parties that I needed to. But this, you're expecting an apology out of me for what? For what? I don't really understand what I'm apologizing for. The JD of 5 years ago would have went nuclear on everybody. You don't understand the ways. You don't understand what I had to do over the 5 years to calm myself down. You think that this version of JD is the same JD from 5 years ago? He's not. He's a better version of who I was 5 years ago. And no matter what I've done to make myself a better creator, a better person, I still get shit on just as much as the old JD does, but this JD is more honest and upfront about everything that he sees and everything that he loves and cares about, and I still get bullshit for it, and I still get just as much hate, if not more now, than I did then. Nobody understands that I did this before AEW existed. I criticized a bad show. AEW is not immune to criticism. Mercedes is not immune to criticism. Taking people off commentary is not the right way to go about it because I said bad things about a television show. It's not. Ricochet is not immune to criticism, and he's a fucking idiot because I've been praising him for the last 5 weeks. I even said word for word, he had the match of the night and he wrestled the best match that he's had in years with Swerve at Revolution, but my words fall on deaf ears. Nobody gives a shit about the positive things that I say. They always want to cling to the negative because that's exactly what people know of me. I'm negative. Can't win. I can't win. So when I can't win, there's no reason for me to change anything. Because by that account, I know I'm doing something right, and I am winning. Realistically, every single thing that I say is being monitored under a microscope. Great. I'm glad that you guys have made me such a priority in this space. If you didn't give a shit what I had to say, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't. But here you are, 4,000 people on a Monday night. Shouldn't you be cooking dinner for your wife? Shouldn't you be finding your way home from your fucking Wendy's 9 to 5? No, but you're here watching me because you care about what I have to say. Everybody cares what I have to say. Otherwise, the fucking chaos that happened this weekend wouldn't have been. I told who I needed to tell in the moment that I said it. I said it. Me being pulled off of that match is not going to be a good look. And what happened? What happened? People think I spit. People think I slur shit just for the sake of projecting whatever. Whatever I say, I truly stand behind it. I know. Whatever happened on Saturday ruined the entire night. And I had nothing to do with that. Nothing. Everything that I say here, people are riled up by. Why? Because I'm not shining up your precious AEW? For what? Would you rather me be dishonest? You know, lo and behold, AEW has just absolutely created this environment on social media where you can't say anything, whether it's positive or negative. I've been with AEW. I've covered every AEW show for 5 fucking years. If there is anybody that has seen the ups and the downs, the peaks and the valleys, it is me. It is me. I know everything that has happened in the 5 years. I know what they did right. I know what they did wrong. I know what they continue to do wrong. I know that the show is not the same that it used to be. If you don't take what I say as valid criticism, I don't know who the fuck you're listening to. I didn't pick up AEW because, hey man, I need some content to shit on and make some money. Motherfucker, I don't need AEW to make money. I don't. Got a Monday Night Raw review ahead of me. Got 4,000 fucking people in here, man. I don't need AEW. The fact that AEW exists is great. I only add it to my fucking, my catalog of content. I want it to be good. I need it to be good. I don't want it to be bad. I've been here for 5 fucking years. If there's one person that you should trust in anything AEW, it's me and Jesse. Plain and simple. But nobody hears the criticisms. They label it as hate. They think it's hate content. I can't win. I can't win. I don't know what happened this weekend. I don't know where everything went wrong. I'm not apologizing to anybody because I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything to anybody. I didn't put anybody on blast. The only thing that I did was back up what I am as a creator. You come at me, I'm coming at you. I don't need to be attacked for no reason. If you attack me, I'm coming back to attack. That's the only thing that I did. I didn't attack anybody at the show. I didn't attack Mercedes. I didn't say anything negative about anybody that was responsible for what had happened on Saturday. I just took it like a fucking man, and I did my job because I love what I do, and I love the people that I work with. They want me to do something, I did it. Simple. Yet everybody wants to run with a narrative that apparently is not there. You don't know anything. You won't know anything. And I'll see you guys at the next show. And I'm going to continue to do the job that I do every single month. The prep and the job that I put into that position. You think this comes easy? I don't get it. JD doesn't deserve it. Who the fuck are you? I'm there because I've earned it. I've earned their trust. So give me a fucking break and step back and stop telling people what they do and don't deserve. You are not the end-all be-all. You do not serve judgment upon anybody else. You can sit there and dislike what I have to say, which is fine. I'm not everybody's cup of coffee. But if you want to come and say that I don't deserve where I am, I don't deserve the audience and the platform that I have, then you're just absolutely fucking mental. Because I do. I've been doing this for a very long time. And if you want it, go start your own fucking channel. And if you want what I have and you want to be where I am, then do what I did. And shut the fuck up and work your ass off to get where I am. That's all I have to say. Monday Night Raw. John Cena tonight. I was very indifferent to John Cena showing up overseas in a promo segment 3 weeks after the Elimination Chamber. I was very indifferent. I'm like, I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm sure the audience is going to be great. I just didn't know what the body of the promo was going to be. Was it too long? Was it a situation where WWE would be taking Cena from the chamber 3 weeks after the chamber? Is it too long in between we hear from Cena after the heel turn, which could be labeled as the greatest heel turn in WWE history? I don't think that it was too long. And obviously they had to work around Cena's schedule. And I believe he was already in Europe anyway, wrapping up whatever movie filming he needed. But we got what we got tonight, and everybody was looking forward to, is he going to have new music? Is he going to have a new outfit? Is he going to have a new presentation? Is he going to just be different than what we've come to know and love about John Cena? John Cena did not come out to new music. John Cena did not come out with new gear. John Cena came out with an explanation, and an explanation we needed. And that's as far as it goes. John Cena's promo was exactly what it needed to be. He gave us a deep-rooted explanation about why he did what he did to Cody Rhodes at the Elimination Chamber. And I loved every minute of it. John Cena did not act funny. He did not go out there and do all the signature John Cena shit. He was stone-faced, looked right into the camera and at the audience and let everybody know exactly what was been bottled up for 20 plus years. And that's exactly what he needed to do. The explanation was very cut and dry, and it was very simple. He felt like the fans took advantage of him, and over 25 years, they did not appreciate anything that he brought to the table. They used him. They sucked him dry. They made money off of his hard work and dedication, only to sit there and do a meme that people still use today. He says he was in an abusive relationship for 25 years, and today he's officially ending that and breaking up with the WWE Universe. Cody Rhodes came out and said, I don't know who this John Cena is, but this is not the John Cena that I wanted at WrestleMania, and this is certainly not the John Cena that I want to see at WrestleMania. This whiny bitch version of John Cena. The only thing that I had a problem with is that John Cena did not explain to us his desire to chase number 17. He did not explain to us what 17 meant to him. Now, we have John Cena and Cody Rhodes next week, which is great. We got Cena next week and then the week after that. I'm not really putting too much emphasis on what John Cena didn't say. I'm not going to do that. What it means to WrestleMania main event, what it means to win the World Championship and win number 17, why exactly he did what he did to Cody and what Cody has to do with any of this. He didn't explain any of that. But there are layers to this that we cannot give away all in one sitting. So I'm not going to really go too hard on what he did not mention tonight, because the most important thing is how he was feeling and why he came to a decision that he came to at the Elimination Chamber. How Cody falls into that, what the championship means and what 17 means and what WrestleMania means to him. I am hoping that WWE attaches those explanations to John Cena's next 2 appearances. That's all we can ask for. But what we got tonight was fucking great. It made WWE look like a company of geniuses by going out there and having Cena's first appearance in Brussels, Belgium, with 9,000 people, with the monstrous reactions that he got tonight. I'm sure he would have gotten a great reaction here in the States, but it was going to be nowhere close to what they did tonight in Brussels. They really just laid it on, and they really gave the entire moment, the entire segment, the atmosphere that it needed. And I'm glad. Looking back at it now, we were worried, is this going to be too long of a wait? Is this the right place to do it? They passed the test with flying colors, which in most cases, trust what the company is doing, and if it doesn't work out, we can criticize it and fix it later. What they did tonight was exactly what they needed to do. So we'll talk about what he said. We'll go over the promo, and we'll go over where we go into next week's show in Scotland. Rhea Ripley. She signed a contract tonight in a segment that was a contract signing between Bianca Belair and Io Sky. Rhea Ripley ended up signing the contract along with the other 2 women. Now, what does this mean? It means that we could be looking at a triple threat match, which I think everybody is kind of fixated on right now. I do see where WWE is going with this. I am enjoying what they're doing with these ladies. It's certainly a lot more interesting and a lot more natural than what we're getting with Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair just has this thing about her where everything just feels forced. I find it funny that her signature move is called a natural selection. Nothing about Charlotte is natural as far as what she does in the ring and the stories that she is involved in. Nothing feels natural at all. WWE seemingly taking a play out of the WrestleMania 20 main event between Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Chris Benoit at WrestleMania 20. They're taking that and applying it to this. That's why Rhea Ripley signed the contract, just like Shawn Michaels signed the contract back during WrestleMania 20, which ultimately made that a triple threat match. So a lot of people were confused as to why they did what they did tonight. Looks like Paul Levesque is dipping into his bag of tricks and taking something that he was a part of and applying it to women here in Io, Bianca, and Rhea to take a page out of what he was a part of for the WrestleMania main event at Madison Square Garden at WrestleMania 20. And I like that. I think that's great. What is old is new again. Is it creative? Listen, we haven't seen something like that done since then in this manner at WrestleMania. It's fucking 20 years ago. So if everybody's saying, oh, it's not really creative, sure. But what is old is new again. I think it works in this context, especially with what's happening with Bianca and Io, and now Rhea kind of interjecting herself into this. I like it. And then Bron Breakker, Intercontinental Championship match tonight with Finn Balor. Penta has made his intentions known. He is going after the Intercontinental Championship against Bron Breakker. He's got to get through Finn Balor tonight first, which I don't think anybody really anticipated Bron Breakker losing the championship. But if we're going Bron Breakker and Penta at WrestleMania, that certainly is a direction that I'm very fond of. I don't mind that at all. Penta is deserving of it. Penta is awesome. And Penta has won matches. Get that. He's won matches, which now makes him very deserving of challenging for the Intercontinental Championship. So we'll talk about that. Where does Dominik Mysterio and Finn Bálor fall into that? Are we looking at a multi-man match for WrestleMania? What happens with the New Day and Rey Mysterio? We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it. We'll give you my thoughts, critiques, and opinions right here on Off the Script. I appreciate you guys very, very much for joining me here on this Monday afternoon. Thank you guys very much. Almost 4,000 people in the chat. Thank you guys very much, man. Appreciate all your support. I'm not everybody's cup of coffee, man. I don't intend to be, nor do I want to be. I want to be me. As soon as my credibility and as soon as my integrity goes out the window, man, I'm not going to be doing this at all. I can't have that happen. I can't. People are so void of fucking common sense and logic. It is painful to see the opinions online of everything that's happening this week. It really is, man. It got me more angry than anything. I don't understand anybody that's come to one of my meet and greets, man. I guarantee you, everybody that thinks these vile things about me, man, they're angry at me because I talk about pro wrestling. Meanwhile, if you come to a meet and greet, if you come to a House of Glory show, if you come to the bar and have a fucking old-fashioned with me, man, I guarantee you every single one of these people is going to be made to look like a fucking idiot. Stop projecting to others that you think you know me. You don't. Nobody does, outside of a small pocket of people. It's fucking ridiculous. Follow me on social media, and thank you to all the people that have followed due to this debacle online. I appreciate you guys. Follow me on social media at JDfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Tonight we're sponsored by Blue Chew, BlueChew.com. Code JD at checkout. Some of these fucking geeks need to go meet a female and use some Blue Chew instead of fucking coming online and worrying about what I'm doing and what I'm saying. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. Go check out all the other content on the channel. There's plenty of it. Thumbs up. We got 1,200 likes already. Haven't even gotten to the review yet. We got 1,200 likes. The power of the podcast, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's a beautiful thing. Super chats are open. Get them on in. We'll hang out at the end of the show. I see you guys. I'm going to get to you guys and address you guys in a bit. And please, memberships open as well. If you guys want to become a member of the OTS community, hit that join button and make sure you guys join us inside the OTS venue, man. It's the place to be. The hottest podcast in the space, no matter what anybody wants to say. It's where the cool kids hang out. And leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys let me know what you thought of Monday Night Raw and the John Cena promo from tonight in Brussels. Let me get to a couple of these super chats, man, because I got to shout out my fine folk here in the venue. You guys are fucking awesome. Shout out to my guy Wednesday Adams. $100 super chat. If those haters don't leave you alone, JD, I'm going soft them out for good. You're going soft on them Wednesday, or you're going to sort them out? I would prefer you sort them out and then throw a box of Charmin at them. They need it, for sure. Wednesday Adams also with another $100 super chat. I want AEW to get canceled. AEW should be banned. That show shouldn't be on my day. I wish my day was on WWE's show days. Well, we don't want AEW canceled. We just want them to suffer enough so that changes are desperately made to make the show better. Wednesday Adams also says, I'm back. Best in the world, Matt, with a $100 super chat. Thank you, brother. That happened earlier in the show, and I appreciate everybody getting those super chats. Another round of applause, man. Love it. Got the best community in the space, man. Thank you guys very much. Super chats will remain open. If you guys want to get them on in, we'll hang out at the end of the show. No doubt about it. Monday night, we started off, surprisingly, with John Cena. I thought this was going to be the end of the show. Looking back at it, I don't know why it wasn't. But they wanted to open hot, and that's exactly what they did. They gave the fans in Brussels exactly what they came out for, and that is John Cena's explanation. Cena comes out, no new music, no new attire, no new presentation. He comes out as John Cena. He's got John Cena made Brussels merchandise. He's got a towel. He's got the wristband. He's got the hat. He's got the shirt. Nothing's changed. I actually quite like the color of John Cena's gear as well. I like that color of maroon or that dark red color, that ruby red color. It's nice. Shout out to Corey Graves as well. We love Corey Graves over on this side of things. I know a lot has been said about Corey Graves' removal from commentary. He wore his heart on his sleeve and he put out a tweet that was eventually deleted. And he was moved to NXT because of Pat McAfee's inclusion during WrestleMania season on Monday night. They moved to Netflix. They wanted Pat McAfee. I get it. It was a business move. And they relegated Corey Graves to NXT, which, I mean, it's not that bad of a move. It's in Florida. PC looks beautiful. You got a bunch of new talent. They got the TNA relationship. So, I mean, it's not as bad as it used to be. But Corey Graves being back on Monday Night Raw tonight was a great thing in my honest and genuine opinion. Now, I don't really mind Pat McAfee. Some people might find Pat McAfee to be annoying, and they might find him to be obnoxious. I get that. I see it. I understand why you would feel that way. I don't really mind it. But do I prefer McAfee over Graves? Fuck no. I don't. When Corey Graves is there, Corey Graves makes the show complete. That's the way I genuinely feel. Corey Graves is the best at what he does in the role that he's in. As far as color commentators in the sport, he is the best. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care if you don't like him for whatever reason. He's got tattoos or he's a fucking this or that. I don't care. Your opinion is completely irrelevant to me. The guy knows his shit. The guy comes prepared. The guy he's got a great voice. He is someone, he's not going to be on the level of a McAfee with the popularity that he holds. He doesn't have a fucking flagship podcast that is at the top of the podcast charts. He's not a notable figure outside of the world of professional wrestling. But what Corey Graves is someone young enough to sit next to Michael Cole and be in the know on every major happening and everything that is currently in the news, in the know, in the space. He's up to date on all that shit. Corey Graves gets it. Plus, he's got a witty sense of humor that is much needed on the show, working next to Michael Cole. If you don't like Corey, fine. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you can like and what you can't like. I'd be just as bad as the fucking people this weekend on social media coming at me. But Corey Graves is the best at what he does. Simple. There's nobody else in that company that's sitting in that position that you could say is better than Corey Graves. So he's on the show tonight. I don't know if it's going to be a every week thing now as long as they're overseas. I hope that it is. When they get back to the States, I'm assuming Pat McAfee will resume his position. And then hopefully, Corey Graves works his way back into the good graces of WWE. Clearly, things are on the mend. Otherwise, he wouldn't be there. As soon as Pat McAfee goes and does college football again, you know who exactly is going to be on Monday night. There's nobody better for that role. Vic Joseph, Booker T, bringing Wade Barrett over to Monday night, even though he's doing Friday. No. Hopefully, Corey Graves is now in good standing with the company. There was an understanding that was ironed out, and that when Pat McAfee goes and does college football, Corey Graves will be back through September up until January when he's finished with college football. Hopefully, that's the case. So I'm glad to see him back. John Cena. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. Chance of you sold out. You sold out. Monstrous reaction for John Cena. Came out to his usual entrance. He gets on the microphone and calmly says, when someone is properly grounded in life, they shouldn't have to look outside themselves for approval. Man, that hit pretty close to home this weekend, especially with what I had to deal with on social media. I'm pretty grounded in life, very grounded in life. I should not have to look outside for anybody else's approval. He even tweeted this out earlier in the day on social media. So he took whatever he posted earlier this morning on social media and then applied it here in the first words in his return promo. You are making this so easy for me as the fans continue with the chants and the boos. You see, for 25 years, I have been a victim of an abusive relationship. Fans booed and he yelled, no, 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 no. You have lost all of your time to talk. He said fans have abused him and have been hurtful, and all they've ever done is bully him into being their damn puppet and expected him to do all of this with a smile on his face. Fans chanted, fuck you, Cena, some of which got through until Netflix started bleeping very late. I don't know why. We're on Netflix. I think a nice, proper fuck you, Cena chant is something that should be heard by all. Cena said, I'm not a babyface. I'm not a heel. I'm a human being. And each and every one of you have been awful to me. He says it's been the same noise for 25 years. He said fans let him know when he first arrived that they hated everything about him. He said he changed himself so fans would like him. And it worked for a second, but it wasn't enough. He said he worked hard and started to win and win and win. I won a lot, and you hated it. This is something that I always call back to because I watched the WWE product since I was 4 years old. I grew up during the Hulk Hogan days, the era of Hulk Hogan, which he was invincible. Every pay-per-view, it ended with Real American. Every pay-per-view, I had to watch Hogan after every show, every WrestleMania, holding up the WWF Championship. Until the Ultimate Warrior won it at WrestleMania 6, held it for not that long, and they eventually went back to Hulk Hogan, and it started all over again. I was done. Hogan left for WCW after the 1993 King of the Ring. We went to the Shawn Michaels and the Bret Harts of the WWF. We went a little smaller as far as who WWE wanted at the top. Lex Luger took over. He failed. I had to sit through all of that. I've been through all the top guys. Hogan, Hart, Shawn Michaels, Austin, The Rock, Roman, Cena. As soon as we got to the Cena phase, I'm like, all right, can I get my HBKs and my Hitmans back? As soon as we got to Cena, I'm like, I can't do this again. I can't do this anymore. So the fact that he called that out, I love that because I am one of those people who stopped watching, and I am one of those people that hated everything about John Cena for that simple fact and fact alone. We got another $100 super chat from my guy, Danny Bowles. Hey, JD, fuck the haters. Keep up the hard work. Baseball season starts next week. Let's go, Orioles. Danny, thank you, brother. Appreciate you being here, man. Fuck the haters, man. Exactly what we do, man. Fuck the haters. They don't understand. They don't know a single fucking thing. He says he changed himself so fans would like him, and it worked for a second. I won a lot. You hated it. He said he spent the next 10 years of his life trying to give everything he could, but it wasn't enough. Fans then started to chant, "Shut the fuck up." No bleeping there. Maybe they got the memo. No bleeping. He said in his final moments, he could have walked away. Fans cheered with the aspect of him walking away. He says fans are terrible, going from telling him shut the fuck up to cheering when he said he was walking away. He said fans ruined his retirement tour. I tried one last time to get along with you guys, and you all ruined it, just like you ruin everything. He says it's never enough for the fans as they continue to chant along, this time singing, "Na, na, na, hey, 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 goodbye." He held up the microphone as they were singing. He then told the fans they should be ashamed of themselves for taking and taking and taking, only caring about themselves. He says fans just wanted to know what they were going to get from him. And this is the second part of the promo that I loved. You get what you've earned, and you have earned nothing. The fans have earned nothing. I love the way John Cena has weaved, doing everything to gain the fans' approval, from going to being hated and changing so that they would admire him and back him and support him, only to then continue to do the same thing no matter what he did to change. Ultimately saying now in his final year, because he went and turned bad, I wonder what John Cena's going to do. New heel turn, new music, new outfits, new attitude, new presentation. Because we wanted it. Because John Cena finally did it. That John Cena did it for us. I was one of those people. I said it. I said it on the night of the Chamber, word for word. Now, this probably is true, but he's obviously playing along with it per storyline. John Cena giving back to the fans is exactly the way John Cena's thinking. He wanted it first and foremost because he wasn't allowed to do it under Vince. But John Cena knows that we've wanted it for many, many, many years, and he is now obliged. He's not going to let you know that because it's all story, but he's using that as a vehicle to get his point across. All because you wanted new theme music and a new presentation. You think I'm going to give it to you? After what you did to me over the last 20 years, you don't deserve anything. I love that. I love it. You get what you get. You get what you've earned, and you've earned nothing. He says they don't get new clothes. They don't get new music. He said their time is up, and his time is now. The only thing you get to take is a long look in the mirror to see how awful each and every one of you been over the last 25 years to me. So now at this point, we get a "We want Cody" chant. Cena then says and acknowledges, "Oh, you want Cody, huh? Of course, your brand new shiny toy." Is he talking about Tony Khan, or is he talking about Cody Rhodes? He says they're about to put him out to pasture. He says they're proving his point that they're awful people. He said every person in the room is awful. He says he can identify the Let's Go Cena people in the crowd. He says they support him. He said the Cena sucks jack-offs have all proven themselves awful people. He said the Let's Go Cena people are just as awful. You claim to support me. What have you ever done to support me? He said all they do is steal from him. You steal from me, you steal my time, and you steal my personal moments. You've made me a freaking toy. I'm an object to you. You are pathetic. As he's pointing out everybody in the crowd, he even points at a little kid who starts just, I don't know if he starts crying, but got a shocked look on his face. Fans again chanting, "Shut the fuck up." He said fans aren't comfortable leaning into an awkward conversation. Sounds like the AEW sickos. He says he lives hustle, loyalty, and respect every day. He says they think they can buy the words and wear it on a shirt, never give up. But he embodies it every single day he wakes up. You use me as an excuse for your pathetic failure of a life because all you've ever done for 25 years is sit on your ass and watch me be great. No more. He said everyone is in a toxic, dysfunctional relationship. He pointed at a kid in the crowd and said, I mean him. He's in a toxic relationship with me. I'm breaking up with all of them. Whether you like me or not, you are all dumped. I don't care about you. You don't matter to me. They know that he's right, and they know they are wrong. Cody's music hits. We got people fucking singing every lyric, every verse. Big whoa. Cody enters the ring. He smiles on his way to the ring 24 minutes after Cena's promo. Cody's in the ring. Fans are chanting Cody's name. Very European-esque chant for Cody Rhodes. Energy is off the charts here. We got a Cody Rhodes chant. I love that. European crowds are fucking great. Nobody does it like a great European crowd. I think everyone was willing to hear you out, says Cody, even myself. He said from what he understands, he thinks the fans have given him the worst. But I want you to know that they've also given you their best. They did that because you were special. Because you could take it, because you could carry it. Cena then said, listen, kid. Cody took great exception to this. Enough, he yells. Cuts Cena off. It's certainly not kid. It's WWE champion. Then he looked at Cena and said, who the hell are you? I was excited about going face-to-face for weeks with John Cena on the road to WrestleMania, and instead, I got this. This better not show up, he points to Cena, this better not show up at WrestleMania, because if it does, I run it over and I run it out because I already took its best shot and it wasn't enough. Cody wants to wrestle John Cena at WrestleMania, not this whiny bitch of a version of John Cena. He threw the mic at Cena. He leaves the ring, no music, he just walks out. And Cena just stands there with the microphone in his hand. I thought they were going to give Cena the last word here. I thought Cena was going to address Cody one last time. He drops the microphone and he leaves to a chorus of boos. That was it. I thought this worked tremendously. They left you with a cliffhanger. Cena didn't say anything, which leaves it open for anything to happen. What is Cena now thinking? What is Cena's mentality after Cody said that? Is there going to be an attack? Are we going to see some sort of retaliation from this new Hollywood connection? I don't know. You know, last year's WrestleMania, one of the biggest aspects of last year's WrestleMania was that attack by Rock outside in the rain by the tour bus. I would love if they kind of recreate something like that, where Rock shows up out of nowhere. We don't anticipate it, and we get something like that happening because of something Cody said. John Cena was great here. He did not abandon who he is. He came out exactly who he is to make a point to everybody in the audience. Babyface, heel. He used these words tonight because this is exactly what the community has been using, these buzzwords. Not a babyface. I'm not a heel. It worked in this promo. I don't mind that he did not come out to new music. I don't mind that he didn't come out with a new look. I don't mind that it was the same John Cena. Everybody was anticipating that, but Cena knew that. You think Cena's dumb? Everybody in that company knew exactly what everybody wanted, and he didn't give it to them. That's the type of heel I want. That's the type of heel that makes the most entertaining heel on television. Well, because you didn't get new music and you didn't get the Cena that you wanted. Why does it make it a bad segment? You wanted him to do something and he didn't. He's doing his job. And it played into the context of the promo. I love the fact that he used the last 25 years as fuel, as to why he did what he did. Going over every aspect. The Cena sucks chance. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Him being used as a puppet. Him changing for us after being vehemently hated because he was the next coming of Hogan. And he was the biggest babyface that the company was jamming down our throats. And he tried to change to make himself more acceptable to us. And we still didn't appreciate him. Everything about this promo was exactly what it needed to be. He held no punches. If you want the heel turn to work in the short amount of time that we're going to get it, you need to go all in. And John Cena is taking no prisoners. He's taking no prisoners whatsoever. Everybody is going to be a subject of his hatred for the next few weeks, few months, however long this lasts, children included. Will this heel turn last his entire 12 months? No, it will not. Cena will be back to being a babyface. He will definitely be back to being a babyface. We may get John Cena as a babyface after WrestleMania, going into Backlash. We don't know. We don't know. But for right now, he hit on all those things that he needed to. The only things he didn't hit on. 3 things in particular he did not hit on. Why is 17 so important to him? What does 17 mean to him? He did not mention anything about WrestleMania's main event. He did not mention anything about what 17 means to him and why he needs number 17, why he wants to win number 17. And no mention at all about Dwayne, The Rock, and Travis Scott. Nothing in regards to the relationship, this new group, why he sold his soul. No description on what that actually means, why he felt like he needed to do that. What does that aspect of the story mean? Why did he give his soul? Why was Cody asked for his soul? He said no. And why did Cena opt to give Rock his soul? None of that was mentioned. Those are 3 pretty big things. As far as the story here, as to why John Cena did what he did on Elimination Chamber Saturday. Again, I'm not going to worry about why we didn't get that because Cena's going to be on the show the next 2 weeks. We'll definitely get some sort of explanation, I hope, as to the rest of what he wants to set out and accomplish here. So I'm not going to judge yet. I'm not going to pinpoint what he didn't say and make it a big deal. But I am going to be looking forward to those explanations in the weeks to come. John Cena is one of the best promos in the history of pro wrestling. There will never be another John Cena. If there's one guy you can trust to tell a promo and a story, it is John Cena. I am not worried about what he didn't say. I'm more concerned about what he did touch on, and he touched on everything that we needed tonight. Why he's frustrated over the last 25 years. If he would have went into all the other aspects, it would have taken up another half an hour. They're going to save that for next week, and they've already made it a big deal that they will be under the same roof once again next week. Not concerned about it whatsoever. This was great. If you don't like it, you completely missed the point. If you're trashing it, you completely missed the point, and that is what I call a bad faith grifter. Stop. This did exactly what it needed to do. The other aspects that I mentioned that he didn't mention, hopefully we get in the weeks to come. They showed Michael Cole and Corey Graves at ringside. Cole apologized in advance for what was said by John Cena, which I love this aspect. They give Michael Cole, the old Michael Cole would have never been able to do this. Some things that he said were personal and emotional. He said, Cena had the audacity to blame the WWE fans. John Cena is a 16-time world champion because of the fans. John Cena is a massive millionaire and a movie star because of the fans. And what does he do? He comes out here and cries and acts like an irrational prick. That's what he is. Graves said it was uncomfortable listening to Cena. He said he understands everyone's frustrations, but that was Cena speaking his truth. And nobody can take that away from him. This was great. Ludwig Kaiser. He went one-on-one with Penta. No holds barred in the opening match of Monday Night Raw. Penta has had 6 matches on Raw, and I feel like he's wrestled Kaiser at least 2 or 3 different times. Hopefully this is the finality of that. He's wrestled Kaiser, he's wrestled Pete Dunne, he's wrestled... Who else has he wrestled? He's wrestled somebody else. But I feel like we need to start moving on and doing something different with Penta, which they definitely teased tonight here. Kaiser's great. Kaiser's great. You can see how good Kaiser is in the ring. Hopefully he continues to grow his star on Monday night for that Intercontinental Championship. But Penta, he was all over Kaiser, cleared the announce table early. Kaiser raked the eyes and went for the mask. And he eventually gave Penta a rolling Death Valley driver on the table. Penta tried fighting back after a break, but Kaiser hit another rolling DVD in the ring for a 2. Kaiser ran around the ring and charged at Penta. Penta gave him a back body drop onto the table. It did not break. I guess it was solid oak, like the fucking masked geek usually says on AEW Dynamite. We want tables, says Brussels. Kaiser took control again. He used the chair, but Penta snapped his arm. Penta super kicked the chair twice into Kaiser's face and then hit a Canadian destroyer off the middle rope on the chair, which it looked like Penta took the brunt of and got the worst of. Penta followed with a Penta driver. Looked like the back of Kaiser's head hit one of the chair legs on the way down. It looked pretty gnarly, and that was enough for the win. Crowd was into this. Crowd was basically into everything here, and it was exactly how you would expect it to be. Kaiser loses, Penta wins, and Penta is moving on to bigger and better things. Kathy Kelly asks Penta, what's next? Penta cut a big-time promo here and said he is eyeing next the Intercontinental Championship. I can definitely get behind that. Now, Bron Breakker was in the main event tonight against Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship. We all knew Dominik Mysterio and the Judgment Day were going to play a part in the outcome of that match, but we didn't know how. I said on social media after this Penta promo with Kathy Kelly, are we setting up Penta versus Breakker one-on-one, which is my preferred match, or are we looking at a multi-man match with Dominik involved and him with Finn Balor in the mix for the Intercontinental Championship? Or are we looking at 2 separate matches? Are we looking at Balor, Dominik, and then Penta Breakker? Or are we looking at some multi-man match with all 4 men involved? We'll see what happens. I don't know. I would prefer one-on-one matches across the board, but that is just me. Because if you look at the WrestleMania landscape, you're getting 2 multi-person matches. It's going to be Rollins, it's going to be Reigns, it's going to be Punk in a triple threat match, and then it's going to be Rhea, Io, and Bianca in a triple threat match. Why do we need another multi-person match when we already have 2 mega multi-person matches? I don't get it. Has Penta been a superstar in WWE? The answer is yes. Tony Khan fucked up. Penta is an absolute stud. He's doing great. And he's already going to have a WrestleMania moment. Unbelievable. Backstage, there was a segment earlier in the day which set up the Creed brothers against Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. American Made played dumb about Chad Gable being in the Lucha mask last week. The LWO is not buying what they're saying. Turns out Brutus Creed is dumb because he said he really doesn't know who's in the mask. Maybe he wasn't clued in via the American Made production meetings. Sounds like American Made doesn't have production meetings, like AEW doesn't have production meetings. Listen, Chad Gable in the American Made mask is great, man. They trademarked the name Grande Americano. They named this fucking guy after a Starbucks order. I love it. Now we can get him to team with Cappuccino Jones on WWE Evolved. It's great. Grande Americano. He's going to have quite the WrestleMania showcase, is that Grande Americano. I can't wait. Judgment Day met in the back. They were all on the same page. Dominik Mysterio wanted to tell Finn Balor something, but Liv Morgan said, we should not tell him this right now. It's not the best time. Dominik said, I have to. I think now is the best time. So, after Finn Balor wished Liv luck against Jade on Friday, and Raquel luck against Lyra for the Intercontinental title next week, Balor meets with Dominik. Starts hugging Dominik. Tells Dominik that he's his right-hand man. Dominik said, sure, man, anything for the Judgment Day. Dominik told Finn, listen, I have an idea. Liv said now is not the best time. Dominik said, I have to tell him, now's the best time. He said, whoever or whenever they lost J.D. McDonough, whenever he went down with injury, they lost some muscle. I think it's time to add a new member. Balor got angry because he's been denying Dominik's request for a new member for weeks now. So he angrily asked Dominik, who? Dominik suggested Penta. Balor says after they've been the way that they have been for the last several weeks, all that they've been through, you're having conversations with people behind my back, and then you land on Penta and come to me with Penta as a potential new member in the Judgment Day. The guy who just declared he wants the Intercontinental Championship, my Intercontinental Championship. Now, he hasn't won it yet, but he's staking claim to it already. You know what? Balor said, you, Dominik, are a snake. Dominik looks at Carlito. Carlito looks at Dominik. And Carlito said, you don't really watch the show, do you? Dominik then said to Carlito, I didn't know he was going after the Intercontinental title. So it looks like there is some trouble brewing for the Judgment Day and Finn Balor. Oh, my goodness, man. We got a $100 super chat from Dovey. Sorry, JD, you're dealing with all this hate. We, the OTS family, know your heart. We know how much you love what you do and how hard you work to be the best for us every single show. Fuck them. Love you. Keep being you. OTS for life. That's another round of applause there, Dovey. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Dovey. Appreciate all of your support. Now, I want to take you back to a couple of weeks ago. There was a segment on Friday, I think it was Monday Night Raw, that Dominik was suspiciously in the background, and you saw him talking to somebody, and that somebody was Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is getting involved in several different aspects here on Monday night, whether it's with Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, and Dominik Mysterio. Karrion Kross is definitely playing a part in Dominik making the decisions for the Judgment Day because Kross sees exactly what Balor is and what Balor's going to do before Dominik sees it, and he's trying to alert Dominik of what Balor's going to do and who Balor is. So if you guys missed that aspect of it, that was a couple of weeks ago. So Karrion Kross is potentially that evil devil, that evil influence over his shoulder. You got the good devil and the angel, both harping in Dominik's ear. And Karrion Kross is the evil influence. Get rid of Finn. Don't listen to Finn. Take leadership of the Judgment Day. Make the decisions you think are best for the Judgment Day. I like Karrion Kross's role on the roster, man. I think him being that type of character has been great. I just like to see that translated to what he does for himself in the ring. Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile. One-on-one here. Chad Gable made his way out in a suit, and he ran out there and did nothing but cause a distraction for Ivy Nile. She was almost surprised to see Gable out there. Gable wore a suit. He ran out. Match began. He joined the Creeds at ringside. Nile used this as a distraction and hit a Uranage version or a variation of a Uranage on Dakota Kai and gets a 2 count. All of a sudden, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee run out, and they clear the ring and clear ringside of American Made while Dakota Kai finishes Ivy Nile off with the GTK, and she gets the 1, 2, 3 on Ivy Nile. Now, I don't know what they're doing with American Made. Seemingly looks like there's some tension in American Made now because Gable's more worried about the luchadors and worried about learning the dark arts to take out the lucha guys instead of worrying about what American Made should do. Neither one of them have come up with championships. Ivy Nile lost the Intercontinental Championship opportunity against Lyra, and the Creeds have had 2 opportunities against the War Raiders. And none of American Made have any tag team championships or Intercontinental Championship. And here Gable is worried about the fucking luchadors. Are we being set up for American Made to leave Gable? I don't know. I'm loving what Gable's doing, though. It might not be what you think is best for him, but, I mean, Gable is as entertaining as anybody on the show. Loving what they're doing with Chad Gable. Io Sky and Bianca Belair. This is a contract signing for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania. Both ladies are in the ring. This contract signing is overseen by Adam Pearce. Io said no one, not Bianca, not Rhea, or anyone else, would disrespect her again after WrestleMania because she is the Women's World Champion and would still be the Women's World Champion. Crowd chanted, "You deserve it," at Io. Indeed, she does. Belair said she had all the respect in the world for Io Sky. However, she had the same message for Io that she had for Rhea Ripley last week. If you thought you could put your hands on me and get away with it, you don't know Bianca Belair at all. Belair planned on leaving Mania as the new Women's World Champion. They both signed the contract. The match is made official for WrestleMania. Adam Pearce thanked both of the ladies for being professional, and all of a sudden, Rhea Ripley's music hit, and Adam Pearce went from calm, cool, and collected to seething with anger because Rhea Ripley was here to fuck shit up. So she entered the ring. She has a microphone. Belair teased Rhea Ripley about having the Mania title match and not Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley claimed she was just out here to watch. Rhea asked her, "What are you doing out here?" "I'm signing the fucking contract for my women's championship match. What are you doing out here?" They got into an argument over nothing. Literally nothing. Rhea wants to be a part of what's going on here. She can't. Bianca was asked by Rhea, "What are you doing out here?" Bianca's like, "What the fuck you think I'm doing out here? I'm signing the contract for my WrestleMania match. What are you doing out here?" They get into a shoving match. They get into a bickering match back and forth. Io tries to get involved, and once again, Bianca Belair face palms Io Sky down to the mat. This did not go well. It did not. She got involved. Belair brushed her aside. Rhea Ripley headbutted Belair. Because of this, Belair's attention turned to Io, so Rhea saw an opening. Headbutt. She lays Belair out on the table. Sky went after Rhea Ripley for causing all of this again for a second week. Ripley kicks her in the midsection and power bombs Io on top of Bianca, on top of the table. Table does not break. And Rhea Ripley takes the contract, signs her name to the contract, and Adam Pearce is chasing Rhea Ripley out of the ringside area with her flaunting the contract with her signature on it. Adam Pearce is asking, "Give me the contract, give me the contract. What do you think you're doing?" And Rhea Ripley acting like a child, just like Charlotte Flair said she was several weeks ago. That's the way the segment came to an end. Now, I said on social media, well, that doesn't make sense. How are you going to sign a contract when the other two women signed a contract to make their match official? when it was Bianca who won the chamber to wrestle the right to wrestle Io Sky one-on-one. Adam Pearce can null and void Rhea Ripley's signature and say, all right, that is not the way we're going to do this. That is not official. And just get Rhea Ripley out of there. What's stopping any other woman from the back to sign this contract? Why doesn't somebody attack Rhea Ripley and take the contract away from them? Let's make it a fatal four-way. Where's Dakota Kai? Get her to sign the fucking contract. Where's Ivy Nile? Let's make it a fatal five-way. Where's Natalya? Let's make it a fucking six-pack challenge. Where's Lyra Valkyria? Let's make it a fucking gauntlet match. Where's Becky Lynch? Let's make it a battle royal. What is stopping any other woman to sign that contract? It sounds utterly ridiculous. So I said, they're clearly going to make light of this huge logic gap and not go and do this, right? They got to explain that. I don't know where they're going, but clearly they're taking a page out of the WrestleMania 20 playbook. The Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Chris Benoit playbook. Good old Paul Levesque dipping into his bag of tricks. Shawn Michaels famously signed his name to a contract for a match that he was not initially a part of in 2004, leading up to WrestleMania 20 at Madison Square Garden. This incident occurred during a storyline involving the World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H was set to defend the title against Chris Benoit in a one-on-one match at WrestleMania 20. However, Shawn Michaels, who had been feuding with Triple H, was not originally included in the championship match, and he ultimately intervened. There was an episode of Raw on February 16th that year where it was a contract signing, and the contract signing took place between Triple H and Chris Benoit. During this segment, Michaels interrupted the proceedings and, in a dramatic situation, signed his name to the contract, effectively inserting himself into the match. This action turned the planned singles match into a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship, and it ended up being an iconic moment in the end, in the main event of WrestleMania. They're taking the playbook of WrestleMania 20 and applying it to Io, Bianca, and Rhea. I don't mind that at all. If you want to have this match main event, night one, I would certainly be okay with that. I think all three ladies deserve it. Will that happen? I don't know. I don't know where WWE wants to go. Do they want to do Jey Uso, Gunther in the main event? Probably not. I could see that opening night one or night two. Do they want to go Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins in the main event? Is that big enough? Is the story revolving those three guys, maybe with Paul Heyman, bigger than the Women's World Championship? I don't know. We'll see what happens, but WWE is certainly taking a page out of the Triple H, Shawn Michaels playbook and applying it to Bianca and Rhea. Triple H may look at Bianca and Rhea as his version of Shawn Michaels and himself on the main roster. Now, I don't know where we go going into Mania. It's going to be a triple threat match. I don't know where we go coming out of Mania. I would not give the title to Rhea Ripley. I would not give the title back to Rhea. I could see Bianca winning the championship. I could see Io retaining. I do not see Rhea walking out of WrestleMania with the championship. I think that would be a mistake. I think this is all the beginning stages of setting up for Rhea and Bianca at some point later in the year, whether it's at Backlash, whether it's at the rumored Evolution 2 that WWE may bring back. I could see them on that show. Or maybe they're just building little by little to next year's WrestleMania. I don't know. But I like what we got here. I thought this was really good stuff. Thought this worked very well. Jey Uso, he cut a promo backstage. He says he hasn't been himself lately. His mind was playing tricks on him. So he flew halfway across the world to whip someone's ass tonight, and it would be Austin Theory. But at Mania, it's going to be Gunther. Now, Gunther confronted him. If you guys watched SmackDown last Friday, he had a little pep talk with Jimmy Uso, Big Jim, and he started shoving Big Jim around. He called Big Jim delusional. You're just as bad as your brother Jay. The family just doesn't get it. Gunther confronted Jay before he went out to the ring to wrestle Austin Theory, Gunther told Jey that he had spoken to Jimmy and he was just as dumb as he was. Jey shoved Gunther. Jey kept yelling at Gunther, I'm going to get mine. You're going to get yours. I'll see you at Mania. Officials separated them. Jey entered. He did the yeet. This wasn't even a match. I mean, it lasted 30 seconds. Jey hit Theory with a spear. And that was basically it. 1, 2, 3, and Jey Uso beats Austin Theory. Man, how Austin Theory has fallen off of a fucking cliff, huh? Absolute jobber status is Austin Theory. Gunther comes in from behind after Jey super kicked Grayson Waller and wiped both of them out with a flip dive. Didn't look good. Kind of botched that dive, huh? Gunther tried to put him out with a sleeper again. Jey drove him onto the turnbuckle, and Jey chucked Gunther out of the ring, posed with the World Championship before tossing the title back at Gunther on the outside. Jey posed and yeeted with the fans. Another week of Gunther trying to make Jey's life a living hell by another sleeper hold, man. I am going to need something more. I don't know what that is, but I'm getting to a point where it's just rinse and repeat. Over and over and over again. I don't get it. I don't know. Don't you guys want more? Jey hit top dollar. Yeah, Jey hit the top dollar. Nothing is as bad as AJ Francis's dive. I'll tell you that right now. He's going to live with that until the fucking day's in the grave. That was awful. Wasn't that bad. It is what it is. Hopefully he knows what he's doing at Mania, man. Hopefully the match is a banger. Yeah, he said that you're going to see a different side of him. He's coming to bring the heat at Mania. I mean, this match, out of any match on that weekend, needs to deliver big. If not, the world title reign is going to be off to a terrible start. He needs to prove everybody wrong and put the doubters to rest. That match needs to deliver. I believe in the match because Gunther is a part of it, and Gunther will not have anything less than stellar. But man, that match needs to deliver. Big time. Backstage, more Rhea Ripley here. Adam Pearce is backstage with Rhea Ripley. He demanded that Rhea give the contract back, and she said no. He says it was like talking to a child. That's exactly what Charlotte said. Ripley insisted Pierce add her to the match. It's a legal document, Rhea says. My name is on it. I guess by that, and by that alone, we get Rhea Ripley added to the match. Maybe Adam Pearce and his hands are completely tied. I don't know. He said no and stormed away. Belair attacked Rhea Ripley from behind. Sky joined in. Belair hit Sky and started yelling at Io, saying, she's mine, meaning Rhea is all hers. Ripley returned and beat down both Sky and Belair as everybody was separated here. Is that all it's going to take? Are you guys okay with Rhea Ripley just signing her name to a contract and being added out of nowhere to a championship match? I don't know. I like it, but seems kind of silly and illogical. Why didn't anybody else sign that? Why didn't anybody else show up and take the contract away from Adam Pearce or Rhea Ripley tonight? Sign their name. I know that's what I would have been thinking. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Julius and Brutus Creed. Tag team match here. More American made versus the Luchadors, the LWO. This did not go long at all. This got great heat, though. I will say that. This got great heat. It went 6 minutes. They go to a commercial break quickly. We come back from the break. The Creeds were in control. Rey Mysterio made a hot tag. Crowd went crazy. Rey fought off Brutus. Gave Julius a beautiful DDT. Dragon Lee yanked Brutus off the apron with a beautiful Hurricane. Our fans at this point started going crazy. Rey hit Julius with a 619, which looked great. Julius is so good, man. He is so good. Springboard splash, 1, 2, 3. Crowd loved Mysterio. Crowd went crazy. Great 5-6 minute spot here that got the heat it needed. The Masked Man came out. Once again, the Masked Luchador that everybody knows is Chad Gable. We don't have an official name, but like I said, WWE trademarked Grande Americano. Ah, gracias. Love it. Gable is so fucking good, man. He ran in after the match. He beat up both Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. He suplexed Rey onto Dragon Lee and hit Lee with a diving headbutt. Crowd yelled shoosh at him because everybody knows it's Gable. He ran away. Security chased him to the back. We never seen him again. You know, Penta, earlier in the night, he made his intentions known. He wants the Intercontinental Championship. I have no problem with that. None whatsoever. Now, I did make a prediction. I mean this in no way, no negative way against Dragon Lee. I just didn't think WWE was going to give Dragon Lee a spot at WrestleMania. I thought they were going to go maybe with the Lucha Brothers getting back together. And we get Rey Mysterio teaming with the Lucha Brothers against New Day and this Grande Americano. Chad Gable is the luchador. It looks like they're moving Penta onto the IC title and having him do nothing with Rey Fénix. Maybe they want a more natural way of kind of them crossing paths and getting integrated with one another on WWE television, being that they are real-life brothers. I'm okay with that. I am. If they did it right now where Penta is not really integrated into the New Day LWO story, it would feel haphazard. It would feel last minute. It would feel forced. So let Penta go and do what he's got to do. He's wrestled the last 2 months as a single away from his brother. His brother, fortunately, is now free from Guantanamo Bay, and he's on his way to WWE, which nobody thought was going to be a possibility, and now he may be at WrestleMania, which is fucking unbelievable to even think about. Penta's going to do his own thing for now. They will cross paths eventually. It would be foolish of them not to, whether it's a one-on-one, whether it's a tag team. They will be together at some point doing something. It's money. The Lucha Brothers are money. I do think Rey Fénix is coming on in. Rey Fénix will be on Raw. Aleister Black will be on Friday Night SmackDown. Rey Fénix is coming to Monday Night Raw. Rey Fénix will be the other luchador. He will be the equalizer. He will be the game changer for the LWO. Hopefully not as a member of the LWO, but someone that Rey goes out, you want to go learn the dark arts? I'm going to bring in my own lucha. I'm going to bring in my own luchador. World-renowned, one of the best ever. Rey, Dragon Lee, and Rey Fénix versus Grande Americano, a.k.a. Chad Gable, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. 6-man tag. Going to be great. It's going to be fucking... The heat that is going to be, the excitement that's going to be in that match is going to be fucking palpable in Las Vegas. I can't wait. Everybody looks at this Gable thing, oh, he should be a lot better off. He deserves more. This is great. Does it sound silly? Does it look silly? Sure, but there's a story there. And I like what they're doing. And Gable's got such great comedic timing. I don't know how you can't find yourself entertained by what he's doing. I mean, if it was anybody else, it might be cringy. But Gable? Come on, man. I'm loving this. This is great stuff. Great stuff. Big Chad Gable guy right here. Seth Rollins. He's out there cutting a promo. I'm glad we heard from at least one of the 3 participants from last week's Steel Cage match. CM Punk, I don't think I think he may be overseas, but he wasn't booked for tonight's show. CM Punk was not in the building tonight, and Roman Reigns was not there. Roman Reigns will be on Friday. CM Punk will be on Friday. I think he mentioned in an Instagram story that he will be on Friday Night SmackDown. But Seth Rollins, we heard from Seth Rollins tonight. And he won the Steel Cage match, not because he won it fair and square, but Roman Reigns had a problem with Seth Rollins, and he dragged Seth Rollins out of the Steel Cage, which forced Rollins as the winner of the Steel Cage match from Madison Square Garden last week. He was in the ring. He was dressed like a normal human being tonight. He didn't dip into Becky Lynch's wardrobe at all. He was in the middle of the ring. Fans were singing a song. They were serenading him with a great rendition of his theme song. And then all of a sudden, a loud CM Punk chant broke out. Yeah, we'll get to him, Seth Rollins says, but he wanted to talk about Roman Reigns first. Big OTC chant. He says he's not mad at Reigns for what he did because he would have done the same thing. He said after all these years, Reigns still can't come up with a plan. He says he needs Paul Heyman. He said he left out one little detail, which is CM Punk. He called Punk the luckiest loser on the planet. He said if he had just a few minutes, he would have stomped away his WrestleMania dreams and put his career on ice. He says he could have gotten rid of CM Punk and the CM Punk problem for both of them, but instead he has to do what he always has to do, which is clean up Roman's mess. Seth says he'll be sure to put him in his place along the road to WrestleMania. He says it just so happens that these two people, his two favorite people, Punk and Reigns, will be in the same place on Friday on SmackDown. Seth said, "Oh, trust me, Brussels. I wish both Punk and Reigns were here too." He said, maybe I'll make a little trip down to Italy and put himself right in between Roman and Punk on Friday. He asked the fans how they felt about that, and they obviously cheered. He says it sounds like a nice way to solve a problem and clean up a mess. He said tonight is about them, Brussels, not Italy. He says they've been on one hell of a ride, and this has been one hell of a crowd, and they have one more match, the main event for the Intercontinental Championship. And he asked them to sing his song one more time. So this was basically a setup to what we're getting on Friday. At least he addressed what happened on Monday. Said he would do the same thing that Roman Reigns did, so he doesn't even fault Roman Reigns. But Roman Reigns needs Paul Heyman, and Roman Reigns makes a mess that he eventually, as always, has had to clean up. So he will be on Friday Night SmackDown, so that should be a big deal. Hopefully we get the next big piece. It's got to be a big piece, a major development leading into WrestleMania, as now we are nearing 4 weeks till WrestleMania 41. Rollins, Punk, and Reigns will be in the same building with Paul Heyman. Should be good. Next week's Monday Night Raw from Glasgow, Scotland, 4 p.m. start time, so I will be here live around 7 p.m. He said good tickets still remain, says Michael Cole. Figure the show will be sold out. Don't worry, it's more than an AEW. It's 5 times more than a normal AEW audience, so I don't think WWE has anything to worry about. Next week, Lyra versus Raquel Rodriguez. Lyra Valkyria, that is, versus Raquel Rodriguez for the Intercontinental Championship. Oh boy, man, I can't wait to be bored by that one. Jey Uso and a mystery partner against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I don't know who that's going to be. Could be Otis. Could be Jimmy Uso. I don't know. Also, Punk, Cody, and Cena are going to be in the building. Kathy Kelly interviewed AJ Styles backstage. She asked him about what he said about Logan Paul last week on the Sam Roberts Post Show. I don't know who's watching or listening to the Sam Roberts Raw Post Show. I gather you get zero information and zero honest opinions coming out of that podcast. He said he stood behind everything he said. Styles says he doesn't belong on their roster. Karrion Kross and Scarlett walk up. He said perhaps he's not mad at Logan, but he's mad at himself. Kross asked Styles, how many years did it take for you to get to WWE and find validation? 16 years? AJ said, no, 17 years. He was quick with that 17, too. Kross says, okay. How long did it take Logan Paul? It didn't take him long at all to find validation. 2 years, 3 years? Said Logan just strolled into the business. Styles said he knows what he is doing and it's not going to work. Kross seen Styles walk away and he snickered to Scarlett, I think it's working. I don't know what it is that's working, but I think Kross's presentation has been, as an antagonist here, I think it's been great. He's all over the place. He's in multiple different stories, being that bad influence, that That's judgment that really casts doubt over one's thought process. Makes you think. Finn Balor, Bron Breakker, Intercontinental Championship main event here on Monday Night Raw. I don't think anybody watching this show tonight anticipated Bron Breakker losing the Intercontinental Championship. Ring introductions are made, and we get the bell to sound here, and we go right into the match. Not bad. I thought Breakker worked a fine match with Finn Balor. I thought this was very good as a main event. Bron went for a running spear early on, outside the ring. Balor cut him off with a sling blade that's connected, but also at the same time did not. I feel like Balor overshot him if you go back and watch, but taking that move on the outside, devastating nonetheless. Balor had control during the commercial break and cut Bron off with a side Russian leg sweep. Balor comes back, kicks Bron, fires Bron up. He no-sold Balor's strikes. Bron fights back with a big leaping elbow, big overhead suplex, big power slam. All of a sudden, with Bron Breakker in control, we finally see Dominik Mysterio and Carlito run out, and Balor uses this, the Judgment Day, as a distraction to apply a schoolboy to possibly win the match. He only gets a 2 count. Balor followed with a headlock elbow drop for a 2. Bron knocked Balor out of the ring with a running clothesline and followed up with a leaping clothesline off the apron that sent Balor over the announce table and made a beautiful thud on the announce desk, floating over to the outside behind the desk. Balor cut him off with a sling blade in the ring. He followed by a shotgun drop kick. Bron avoided a coup de grace. Balor avoided a spear, used a schoolboy again to roll him up for another 2 count. Bron hits a power slam in the aftermath of the schoolboy for a 2 count. He then sets up for a superplex. They're on the top turnbuckle now. Carlito distracted the referee. Dominik knocked Bron off the turnbuckle. Dom accidentally caused Balor to get crushed on the top rope in the process. Bron knocked Dom and Carlito off the apron, hits Balor with a Frankensteiner, follows up with a not very Bron Breakker-like spear. I feel like he took it easy on the spear. 1, 2, 3, and Bron Breakker wins by pinfall. He retains the Intercontinental Championship. No surprise there. Dom and Carlito attacked Bron after the match. Penta ran out to make the save, as Penta was the guy that Dominik wanted in the Judgment Day. He's out there handing out super kicks. Bron spewed Carlito. They were on the same page for a little bit. Penta grabbed the IC title, held it up for a moment before handing it back to Bron Breakker. Bron held the title up with Penta looking at the title and looking at each other. Penta did the Zero Miedo hand gesture as the show went off the air. All we got here, as far as the Judgment Day, you see where they're going. Dominik asks Balor, we need a new member. JD McDonough is not coming back anytime soon. We're down muscle. Penta is a good option. Balor took issue with that because he feels Dom went behind his back and didn't ask him and seek his guidance. Balor is very upset over this. He got defensive about it. They continue to run the Judgment Day while Balor is left out in the cold, not knowing what the fuck's going on. Meanwhile, Dominik is trying to keep him at ease by getting him this Intercontinental Championship match, thinking that everything's all right, and Balor thinks everything's all right. They're on the same page. I love you, Dom. You're my right-hand man. Everything for the Judgment Day, brother. No matter what, Judgment Day comes first. Looking out for everybody. We're a family. Only for Dominik to come out there and then interject himself in the match, which now Balor's going to look at this spot where he got crotched on the top rope as the interference, as a way for Dominik and Balor to really just continue the tension between them. Balor's going to look at Dom, blame Dom, and we're going to be off and running. We didn't get that tonight. We didn't get anything. We didn't get a beatdown. We didn't get anybody kicked out. We didn't get any words being thrown around. It was all about the match and the visual between Penta and Bron Breakker, which WWE found to be most important tonight because they want to get that planted in people's minds for WrestleMania. And then Balor and Dom, I'm assuming something's going to happen next week where Words will be thrown around. Maybe there'll be some sort of tension added on top of what we got tonight. And we'll slowly build to whatever's going to happen with Balor and Dominik at WrestleMania, which we all know they will be a part of. We just don't know in what capacity. Is it going to be Balor versus Dom one-on-one, which I would much rather see? I think that's the preferred choice for a lot of people. Will it be Balor getting a rematch because Dom got involved and fucked things up for Balor? Is it going to be Balor, Dominik, and Penta versus Bron Breakker in some sort of multi-man match? Four-way, maybe a ladder match of sorts. We don't know. I don't want to go another multi-man, multi-person match because we already have two right now that is already being teased. Punk, Rollins, Reigns, and then Rhea, Bianca, Io. I would not do that. I would do one-on-one. I would do Balor and Dom, kick him out. They do find a new Judgment Day member, whoever that is. I don't know. I think they could use another member, freshen it up a little bit. And then we do Penta versus Bron Breakker. That's what I do. Rather have two one-on-one matches that have significant story. I guess one of them has more story than the other. I don't think anybody's going to complain about Bron versus Penta. Imagine that. Should be a great one. Two one-on-one matches instead of throwing everybody together because we have enough of that. We have enough of that. We don't need to see that anymore. I thought tonight's Monday Night Raw was okay. It wasn't the best of shows. The crowd was better than anything, and it was all about John Cena anyway. They were not going to do anything to take away from the John Cena promo and the John Cena Cody moment. They were not going to do that. Next week, it'll probably be more of the same. It's going to be Cena, Cody, Punk, and Rollins are going to be on the show next week. So we'll see what happens. But I thought Monday Night Raw was a serviceable show. It wasn't great by any stretch. The matches were very mediocre. They're doing what they're doing to at least forward some stories going into WrestleMania. But like I said, it was all about Cena, and they were not going to do anything to jeopardize taking away anything from John Cena's moment, which they gave a significant amount of time to. And I thought that was the best part of the entire show. So thank you. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys, man. We had upwards towards 4,000 people in here. We have almost 2,000 likes. Oh, my goodness, man. If you guys want to hit that thumbs up, I'd love if you guys can get us to 2,000. We got 1,600 plus right now, so make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Would really appreciate you guys doing that because it's the best way to help the show out. It really is. Make sure you guys follow me on social media at JDfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Make sure you go check out all the content on the channel. There's plenty of it. More coming tomorrow. Solid Monster and I will be live for Tuesday Night Titans. As always, we're killing it on Tuesday nights. We had another 50,000 view Titans last week. Highest viewer watch time ever. We were upwards towards 51 minutes. That is incredible. Thank you very much. So tune into that tomorrow night. Should be great. Jesse and I will be live on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. Hopefully they come out swinging after the fucking complete shit show that was last Wednesday's show, which we did almost 80,000 views, man. Holy shit. Between X and between YouTube, 50,000 views on YouTube and another 30,000 on X. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You guys are fucking killing it, man. Fucking killing it. So thank you. Tonight's show is sponsored by Blue Chew. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. All you guys need to do is sign up at BlueChew.com. Use code JD at checkout. Pay the $5 shipping and handling, and you guys are going to be on your way to getting a free sample courtesy of the podcast. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to you in a very discreet package. You're going to sign up at BlueChew.com. You're going to sit down with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you guys get approved, you're going to receive your prescription within days. And the best part, like I said, it's all done online. No waiting in line at the pharmacy, no waiting in line at the doctor's office, no visits to the doctor's office. No awkward conversations with people you don't know. All done online. Make life easier and finish your WrestleMania story with BlueChew.com. Don't be an AEW Dynamite, man. Nobody wants to be an AEW Dynamite in the bedroom. You want to be a John Cena, Cody Rhodes in the bedroom. Sign up at BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout, $5 shipping and handling. I want to thank them for once again sponsoring the show right here on Off the Script. Let's get into these super chats, man. I appreciate all the support tonight. You guys are fucking great. No matter what's going on, man, no matter how many of these fucking geeks on social media want to come from my head, I mean, it's ridiculous, man. They don't know. The more they talk, the more we grow. It's unbelievable. And everyone knows here. Everyone that watched me tonight knows I didn't do a fucking thing wrong. It's unbelievable. Michael Krause with a $2 super chat. Good Monday, JD. How was your weekend? Yeah. I don't know, Michael. How was my weekend? Main event 81 with 28 months. I waited for this Cena heel turn promo. Promo was good, but I wanted that magic, or the music change, rather. However he spins that promo, it was real good. I thought John Cena hit a home run tonight. Michael with the $2 super chat. Seth's shoes tonight, bro. LOL. You know, Michael, I didn't even notice the shoes. I didn't. Michelle Moran. Thank you, Michael. Michelle Moran with a $2 super chat. Cody better beat his whiny ass at WrestleMania. I'm going with Cena. I think Cena needs to win. Glow J with a $5 super chat. I think Cena talked too long about nothing, really. 32 minutes too long to hear Cena sucks. Yeah, I know that's going to be a common feeling in the community. The haters are probably going to run with that narrative, but I thought what Cena did was great, and he explained exactly what he needed to after 25 years. It's exactly what he needed to say. Richard Cohn with a $5 super chat. Hey, JD, that sucks. What happened with Mercedes what Mercedes did to you, but it wasn't her. It was Tony Khan. He did that crap to you. Raw was good, but you are better. OTS for life. Yeah. Richard Cohn, I don't know where you or anybody else get off telling me exactly what had happened when I don't even know who's responsible and what happened. See, this is how misinformation gets spread. This is how narratives are spread that isn't true. Please stop. I beg of you, please stop. Nobody knows. Triple M. What's up, brother? Triple M. My Destiny 2 cohort here. I don't know what happens in the IWC because it's none of my business. I just like to game. What I do know is JD's the GOAT, enough said. We'll run some D2 this week, reset tomorrow. Let's get those exotics. I need my icebreaker, brother. I think I want my icebreaker. I want my, whatever Jesse got from The Witness. I want them all. I just want to collect. Probably won't even use them, but I want them. Best in the world, Matt. Wednesday Adams, you guys are the GOATs. Thank you for the 300 exactly in Super Chat. Thank you guys very much. Thank you guys very much. Bevlar with a $4.99 coming to us from the United Kingdom. Because of you and your channel, I rediscovered my love for wrestling. So thank you, man. Hope you're good and can't wait for some more to come. OTS for life. Thank you, Bevlar. Means a lot to me, brother. Oh, Daniel Pena says, I still need my Vex Mythoclast. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I don't know how you live in life without a Vex and a Catalyst for that exotic, man. I mean, I'm without several exotics, but that one, I mean, I did everything in my fucking power to make sure I had that one. Jeff with a new membership. Thank you, Jeff. What is Jeff drinking tonight on this fine Monday happy hour? Jay Barker with a 5. People can fuck off with the JD derangement syndrome. They're all addicted, brother. They're all addicted, man. They're my biggest fans. Jules with a 5. I know it's fuck the rest, but genuinely sounds like fuck the Miz in that song. I don't hear that. I hear fuck the rest. It's a great fucking song. M. James with a $5 super chat. Am I the only one who thinks they're not going to pull the trigger on Cena winning at WrestleMania? I don't see this heel run lasting too long, if I'm honest. Yeah, I could see why people feel that. They needed to do something, otherwise it wouldn't have worked. The match itself wouldn't have worked. Babyface versus babyface, that old version of Cena wrestling Cody would have been like two guys who are the same wrestling each other. They couldn't have afforded to do that. They needed to do something. D'Angelo Hayes with a $20 super chat. Not exactly sure what happened over the weekend, but as nearly a 10-year follower of this channel, JD has always given Mercedes her flowers and adamantly defended her when her and Trinity walked out of WWE. Even before that, bro. Go back to the Bayley Mercedes narrative that they were throwing a hissy fit after they lost the tag team titles to the Iconics at WrestleMania. Nobody knows that, though. Mercedes don't know that. Nobody knows it. They all just ignore that stuff. It's almost as if I became a content creator in the last 2 years. They don't know that content exists. So we make them look fucking stupid. Everybody's fucking stupid. And it is out there for anybody who wants to listen to it. Lauren Marie, I guess I could say this now. It doesn't really fucking matter, being that they're not together anymore. I don't give a fuck who says what. So much so that her ex-husband reached out to me several times and said thank you for sticking up for Mercedes. Yeah, but they don't know that, though. The stories I know that I'm obviously not going to tell. It's crazy. Lauren Marie Hutton with a $2 super chat. John Cena's Justified heel promo was fire. It was. Look at these two fucking guys, man. These two guys walk into the... I'm going to let this song play out because I love this chorus. I'm going to let this song play out because this chorus is fucking incredible. These two guys walk into the fucking bar, man, and they are lighting up the OTS venue tonight, man. Oh, my goodness. You guys are unbelievable, bro. You guys are unbelievable, man. David Thiering and Angel Alaga. Look at these fucking guys, man. Oh, my goodness. David Thiering comes in with a $200 super chat. Hey, JD, been hearing about the discourse going on and wanted to say something. It's a damn shame that a stupid made-up IWC narrative has to overshadow, in my opinion, a thumbs-up hog show with a war of a main event between Main Event and the Cold-Blooded Killers. Keep being you. We've got your back. OTS for life. David Thiering, another round of applause, brother. Unbelievable. And Angel Alaga with a $100 super chat. Thank you, my brother. It said, the hate that you get. I loved the way Don Tony came to your defense yesterday. I didn't see what Don Tony had to say, if it was written or recorded on his show. But Don Tony's legitimately the GOAT, bro. Don Tony is someone that I am very happy to have in my corner because he is one of the more level-headed and intelligent individuals in the entire community. And I don't know what else was said or who else stuck up for me. But to see that he has done so, and I'm sure Kevin Castle has as well, shout out to both of them. If you're not subscribed or listening to what those two gentlemen put out, you need to get on both of them because they have one of the best shows in the community. So thank you to them, and I will certainly go back and listen to what he had to say or read what he had to say. So thank you, and shout out to Don Tony. And thank you guys, man. David and Angel, man, you guys have put us over the top tonight in Super Chats. I really appreciate you guys very, very much. And I am very grateful to have both of you here tonight and every night in the venue. Carlos Ortiz with a 199. Who is more softer, Dax or Ricochet or Joey Janela? All three are equal. Joey's just jealous that I'm more successful in pro wrestling than he is, and he's an actual pro wrestler. I mean, we made more money tonight than Joey Janela has all month, so, I mean, it doesn't really matter. And Dax and Ricochet, I mean, their credibility is in the trash. In the trash. They've opted to take a paycheck and ruin all their credibility. Ricochet isn't even there 6 months yet. And look at the way people think of him now. Did you ever hear or see that type of Ricochet discourse? I know I didn't. He's become just as bad as the actual fan base that he's wrestling for. It's sad. Lauren, thank you. Summer history with 18 months. Cody vs. Cena has been planned since last July. Cena set up Money in the Bank that WWE came to him with a plan for his retirement. OTS for life. The narrative that it happened the night of, Dave got called out on his bullshit, and rightfully so. Garbage. Paul Green Dennis with a 5. Sure they don't have JD mixed up with Cornette. Jim trashes Mercedes Moné no matter what she does. JD's critique has been creative specific with Moné. They have to be, Dennis, Paul Green. They have to be mixing me up with somebody else. It's just, it's unreal. It's unreal. Shocking, honestly. Omega Kong with 37 months. Got my 3-year badge. I think you should file a lawsuit against Mercedes. I know lawyers. Let's defend us for real. No. No, it's not that serious, bro. It's not that serious. Again, I don't even know what the problem is. I don't know who said what, where it came from. I don't know. I was asked to do my job, and I did my job. That's all I could do. Ramsey Swain with a new membership. Ramsey, thank you. Richard Cohn with a 5. JD, you're the best. Don't listen to nobody. You're very good at what you do. People are stupid. Me and my wife love you. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, we're going to hire Stephen P. New. Is that who we're going for? Jim Cornette's guy? Jordan George with a new membership. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you, brother. Wednesday Adams, again, thank you for the generosity tonight. Happy to see my guy Wednesday Adams back in the chat. Missed him. Raging Girl Gamer with 52 months. JD, always keep being you no matter what. I've been watching you for over 10 years. Please don't change for nobody. OTS for life. Rage, I'm not going nowhere, nor will I be changing. I said earlier, the JD of 5 years ago is not the same JD that you see now, but for some reason I'm getting more hate now than the old JD did. I was a lot more volatile and angry. I don't think people have noticed the strides that I've made to become a better creator. Am I loud? Sure. I don't really get what the problem is. We make content, we talk about pro wrestling, we listen to great music, and we have a good time. I don't know what the fucking problem is. Jorge Santori with a $9.99. I guess the psychos in the IWC don't understand what having or respecting an opinion is. They don't understand what hard work really is. I love that you do. You, brother. OTS for life. Thank you, man. Jorge, thank you, brother. Jordan George with a $9.99. Just found this channel about a month ago, and it's all I've been watching since. Thank you, JD. You know what? You're getting a round of applause, man. Jordan George, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here, and hopefully you enjoy your stay inside the beautiful OTS venue. Moo Deng with a $1.99. Fuck them all, brother. Real ones see and appreciate you. Clearly, we had 4,000 people in here, but thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Michael Krause with a 2. Haters gonna hate. You are doing something right. Andre Benson with a 5. If JD is a racist, why do you collab with Jesse, kicking it with Ross? The one who said, go check you out last year, and I've been a part of the community ever since. OTS for Andre, don't ruin the fun for them, bro. You're going to ruin the illusion for them. They're living in a delusional space. Don't ruin all their fun, man. You're going to pop their balloon. No guard, 1520 with 35 months. Fuck the haters, JD. I've been supporting you since 2016, and I'm going to continue to support you. Don't change who you are. We're not going anywhere, brother. We're not going anywhere at all. Ali with a 5. JD, I will always support you. I hate how people just attack you for no reason just because you love something or you hate something. It's your opinion. I don't get it, Ali. Bad show equals bad review. Good show equals good review. It's been that way for the last 10 years. That's all it ever is. All it ever is, man. Chris Carter with a 199. JD, your promo was better than John Cena's tonight. Thank you, Chris. JB with a $15 super chat coming to us from Australia. All the threats and attacks at you online are people trying to ruin what you've built because they know what you have built here is stronger than any other space in the community. OTS family for life, JD. Thank you, JB. Appreciate you, man. Hardcore Kevin with a $2 super chat. JD, you're the best. Fuck the rest. It's a great fucking song, man. Lauren with a $6 super chat. If Cena doesn't win at Mania, WWE will have fucked up. I'm for Rhea Bianca. Love Io. She deserves better. And will Heyman choose Punk or Roman? Betrayal coming. I think Heyman chooses Punk. That's the favor. And I'm going with Cena. Cena has to win at Mania. The heel turn has to last more than 2 months. It's got to last more than a month. If it goes 2 months and then they want to change back, sure. Logan Misiak with a 2. Shame on Vince for never giving us heel Cena. I know. He wanted it, but he was denied. Josh Mendez with a 2. Met you, JD, in Chicago at 22. Signed my niece's belt. I remember that, Josh. I appreciate you being here, brother. Anybody that wants to know exactly what the vibe is, they need to come to the meet and greets when we are out and about. There are more people at those events from all walks of life, man, that people realize. I don't really understand it. I don't get it. You know, and the sad thing is, the funny thing is, none of these people will even approach me in person because they think that I am that way in person, the way I am online. Apparently, they think whatever they thought of who I am online, they think I'm that way in person. Meanwhile, I've told people all the time, I may operate at a fucking 9 or a 10 here, sometimes 11, depending on how bad the show is. But in real life, I operate at like a 3. You'll see me sitting in the fucking corner sipping my Venti vanilla latte, man. That's it. I don't talk to nobody. I barely talk to anybody when I go out to these things where I do commentary. I just go, I show up, do my job, and go home. Oh, he's so terrible. Joey Clemenza with a 39 months. Thank you, Joey. Best of the best and motherfucking rest. We got your back, JD. Appreciate you, Joey. Motherfuck the rest, he says. Thank you, brother. Danny Bowles, thank you for the 100. Always appreciate Danny being in the chat. Phil with 39 months. Cena took 25 years of frustration and spit it right back in our faces. It was brilliant. Also, Michael Cole being the way that he was just as important. Michael Cole is the GOAT. He is so good. Cody Snyder with a $5 super chat. I can't wait to see Punk take on Miss Cena and the final boss, Rock, on the mic. Yeah, that's why I'm going with Cena winning the title, man. We got to at least get half this run as a heel. We got to get half this run as a heel. Absolutely. Logan Misiak with the $2 super chat. There will never be another John Cena. Never. Absolutely never. Hollywood Guy with the $5 super chat. I know that Io just won the belt. Do you see her as a transitional champion? I'm hoping she pins Bianca to retain. I'm hoping anyway. I think Io retains. I'm hoping Io retains, for sure. Base Beerus with a 2. New WWE champ at WrestleMania. I agree, Base Beerus. It's got to happen. Cena got to be the champ. Learning Tree. Jericho, 8131. $20 super chat. Real ones remember how irate you were when Satin tried to embarrass Mercedes by making up false WrestleMania temper tantrum story. A story that damaged her reputation and still lingers to this day. How quick some forget. Yep. They all were not around then. And if they were, they just failed to mention it because it doesn't fit their narrative, because that would prove that I'm right. And we can't have that. JD from NY equals bad grifter. Negativity merchant. That's it. Base Beers with a $2 super chat. Have a bad feeling they will never address Scott. Travis Scott's going to be at WrestleMania. I'm predicting that. Glow J with a 2. I misunderstood Cena. Thanks, JD, for explaining it. Thank you, Glow J. That's what I'm here for. Smooth J with a $4.99. JD, I've been watching you for 2 years. You're the best. Remember when Rock said John Cena will always go down as The Rock's bitch? There will be some sort of separation there at some point. Cena will come to his realization that giving his soul might not have been the best idea. Sidro with a $2 super chat. Got a wrestling bed for the girlfriend / match. No holes barred. Oh my God. Leave it to Sidro to get fucking vulgar here in the chat. Oh my goodness. Sways Ando coming to us from New Zealand with a $3.49. Screw the haters, JD. Number 1 in the IWC. Keep grinding. Good to see Sways. Sways has been with me for a while, man. Thank you, Sways. Baby Huey with a $4.99. Aquarius to Aquarius. JD, haters are going to make you more famous and more visible. They are your supporters. Complaining about it justifies their disrespect. Thank you, Baby Huey. They are my biggest fans. They all hate watch. They watch anyway. El Mase with a $10 super chat. To be a male wrestler that hates JD, you must have a wife or girlfriend who is a bigger star than you could ever hope to be. Screw the haters. OTS, raise your ones. You don't see WWE wrestlers acting this way. You don't. AB the Clown with a 5. The heat for John Cena would go to the roof if next week he attacks R-Truth, his biggest fan. I hope that we see that in the next few weeks. I do. Johnny Boy Vaccaro with a $20 super chat. Several weeks ago on Raw, in the distance, Dominik was talking to Kaiser in the background of a backstage interview. We might get Kaiser inserted into the Judgment Day since Dominik is upset with Penta helping Breakker. Kaiser in the Judgment Day? No, thank you. Nah, I am not interested in seeing that at all. It's a good call out though, Johnny Boy. I did not see. I thought it was Cross. Could have swore it was Cross. Gamma Thor with 31 months. Keep shitting on the critics, JD. You're the best in the biz. Thank you, Gamma Thor. Baby Huey with the $4.99. Seen his promo, felt like even he didn't believe what he was saying. Felt more like it was written for him versus what he wanted to say himself. I'm sure Cena had a lot of leeway into what he wanted to say on tonight's show. I don't think anybody's writing John Cena's promo for him. Leopoldo with a 2. Sad to hear the hate you get, JD. They just hate the truth. Nobody could take open and honest criticism, man. It's everything's got to be cancel culture. I'm not allowed to say that. My actions have consequence. I don't even know what the fuck my actions are. Don't know what I did to upset so many people, where several wished me death and that I should have no existence on this earth anymore. I don't get it. It's crazy. D-Man G with a $4.99. Damn, sorry, brother. Hang in there. We love you. Stand with you every day. I'm sorry you couldn't call that Mercedes match. That shit sucks, bro. I'll wake up. I'll make myself a beautiful latte, and the sun will shine, bro. It's not the end of the world. We had more people in the building for the Young Bucks and Ricky Stark, so I'm not really all that concerned. Scott Woodford with a $5 super chat. It was my fault that you did not call that match somehow. Oh, they're blaming you too? Zach Dadon with a $1.99. JD, you're the man. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, Zach, Angel, and David. Thank you, brothers. Thank you, brothers. Appreciate the overwhelming generosity tonight. Carlos Ortiz with a $1.99. Who is more softer, Dax, Ricochet, or Joey Janela? All three of them are. Sean. $2 super chat. Hey, JD, how was House of Glory? Thank you for all you do. I thought we did great. I thought the show was great. The roster always kills themselves. They always put on a great show. Furious Nation with a $9.99. What's up, JD? Happy St. Patrick's Day. I've watched you since 2016, and bro, never change. Keep being honest. You did nothing wrong. Goes to show you that AW has zero leadership and professionalism. There's a toxicity that runs in that locker room, man. I don't know where it comes from, but it all starts at the top. It's awful. The roster lowers themselves to be just as bad as everybody else, and it honestly ruins the perception of the entire brand. I don't know how they don't see this. Omega Kong with a $10 super chat. Let me correct my free chat. I just know you are a great person and don't deserve this hate. People like you and OTS that I care for, I defend till the end. Win every day just by waking up. It's a great message, Omega Kong. Thank you, brother. Lucky to have you here, man. You've been here for a very long time, as I see by your belt emote. Same thing with Furious Nation. He's been here for a while as well. He's coming in with a $9.99. Last week's Dynamite was one of the worst shows I sat through. What is TK's obsession with hologram? Cope versus Moxley again. No thanks. And I hope Thunder Rosa gets out of Guantanamo Bay and into WWE. That's coming. And the show cannot get any worse than it was last week. So I'm hoping for a better show. Hardy Punk with a 5. Brussels energy was insane. We were oozy and yeeting. F.U. Cena breaks our heart by cutting a masterclass heel promo on our lazy asses with a mirror in hand. George, this song is On the Run by the band Stryker. Sue with a $10 super chat. Sorry, I haven't been on. Trying to get over this flu. Wanted to leave the best of the best in the IWC. A few bucks. So here's to the 3 J's. JD, Jason, and Jesse. OTS for life. Thank you. I appreciate that, Sue. You are the best. You are the best. Appreciate you. Always. Sue is in the building. Leopoldo with a 2. David T. Shout out to you and Angel today. Love to JD as well. Thank you, brother. Furious Nation with a $9.99. Last week's Dynamite was one of the worst shows. Yes, that was exactly the case. I read that before. Thank you, Furious Nation. AJ with a 22 months. JD, fuck the haters, bro. Keep doing you, my guy. Always will, man. No worries about that. I'm not going nowhere. Angel from Philly with a $1 super chat. No message. Thank you, Angel. Ralph Jr. coming to us with a 5 from Canada. JD, your wrestling knowledge is superior to the rest. You're the best of the best, so fuck the rest. JD and OTS for life. Thank you, Ralph. $2 super chat from Ali. JD, would you ever do a meet and greet in Dallas? If there's a reason for me to be down there, sure. Chris of the Near Fault podcast with a 999. What's up, JD? They got some heat yesterday for saying Mercedes is the Hulk Hogan of the women's division. I asked, who has she put over since joining AEW? Not one answer. I got your back, OTS for life. Bro, there's no reason to even combat the Mercedes Moné crew. It's not going to work out well. They're one of the most psychotic fan bases in the entire space. This even goes back to her days in WWE where everybody thought the same thing. Kal-El with the 37 months. JD, I might not agree with you with all that you say, but I completely respect your opinion and passion for what you do. Fuck these sensitive-ass so-called stars. Thank you, Kal-El. Chris says, been watching you since 2016. I remember all the COD videos, Mario Kart Mondays, Hate Mail Mondays. I did notice the change. A lot more motivated. You just grow up, man. A lot of what was said back then was able to be said with no repercussions. I don't take anything back for what I said because it was allowed. Do I know not to do that now? Absolutely. Have I said anything remotely even close to what I said then? No. No. Angel with a 2. What's up, JD? Love your show, brother. Shout out to you. Thank you, Angel from Philly. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm going to try anyway. Tenza with a 5. Listening in the UK, you speak your opinion. That's why I watch. If people disagree for difference of opinion, they are dumb. It's all subjective here, man. You don't like what I have to say, there's somebody else that will give you what you want to hear. Right now, I'm at the top of what I do. Not afraid to admit that. And there are people here that enjoy what we do every single day. And clearly the numbers prove that. Furious Nation with a 999. Cena killed it tonight with this heel promo. Truly one of a kind. Will be talked about for years. And if Mercedes Sasha was back in WWE, I doubt she would do what she's doing now in AEW and WWE because there's no handcuffs. The inmates run the asylum. There's no repercussions. There's no consequences for their actions. They don't care. They don't. Of course it wouldn't happen in WWE because WWE has proper leadership. They're also not a publicly traded company as AEW. They can't get away with that in WWE. Everything that you do is protected. Hidden Network with 50. We got your back, JD. Thank you, Hidden Network. Appreciate you, Hidden Network. Truth Seeker with a 199. Show was boring other than Cena. Appreciate you, JD. Yeah, it wasn't the best Raw. It wasn't the best Raw at all. Yesterday don't mean jack shit, bro. Love me some Pantera. Paid for Pantera tonight, man, because I felt it was appropriate. Yesterday don't mean shit. And we got one last super chat here from my guy, Guardian of Chaos. Got your back, brother. Always have, always will, with a $20 super chat. Guys, thank you for an unbelievable stream. 4,000 people in here tonight. You guys took us over the $1,000 limit in super chat donations, man. You guys are killing it. You guys are fucking unbelievable, man. Thank you for all of the support and all the love. Absolutely crazy. Anybody that says any different about what we do and what we say here, man, fuck them. There's a reason why we pull the numbers that we do, man. And there's a reason for the hate in such overwhelming numbers. It's because people are jealous. People are jealous of what we've created. People are jealous of where we are. People want what we have. And there's nothing that anybody can do to stop us. Absolutely not. Truth Seeker with a 199. Ignore the haters, by the way. You are the truth. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Guys, I'm about to get out of here. Dinner is needed. Thank you for this happy hour stream. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Tomorrow night, I'll be back live with the one and only Solomonster on Tuesday Night Titans. It's going to be a great show, man. We'll discuss all the hottest topics in the world of pro wrestling, as we usually do, because we fucking kill it every single week. And again, the numbers back that up and prove that. Follow me on social media at JDfromNY. Joey is asking for change, bro. Is he? I'll throw him a couple of pennies. Maybe he could go buy himself some Newports instead of Marlboros, whatever. Marlboro cigarettes, which is more expensive. I don't know. Anyway, guys, Titans tomorrow. Follow me on social media at JDfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo, and hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the bell for all notifications. Comment down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Tuesday Night Titan. I'll see you guys later.